We are live. Welcome, one and all, to everybody's favourite part of the weekend. I assume it's your favourite part of the weekend. I am particularly excited about this one. I'm excited that we might see Zuma debut. I think we might see. Voicic's debut, quite possibly. Not so sure we'll see Kral's debut. He might have to wait until the Kapos Europos in the middle of the week, but this is quite exciting. I don't have any tips. I don't have any hints. I have absolutely nothing. Nobody's contacted me and said there's a little tip off. He's in the team. He's not in the team or anything like that. So I'm actually going to be relying on you guys to let me know what the team is, or maybe if Charlie loiters around somewhere, he might be able to do a ticker tape across the bottom. I'm going to be refreshing. I know quite a lot of you lot, and I get all the news a little bit before I do. In fact, I know some of you. Am I right? Some of you are patrons to ex-West Ham United employee, and do you get a little sniff of the lineup before the rest of us? Do you? If you do, I'll be very, very interested to hear what it is. So welcome, Chris, welcome James, welcome William, Andy, the noob tuber, Hammers Down Under, and Double Think. Right, I can't keep saying hello to everybody in this. Oh, I will say hello to Connor. Hope you're well, mate. Connor says he'll let me know if you want me to. Yes, please. If you could just pop the lineup in there as and when it comes in. I'm going to be refreshing West Ham's Twitter page to see if they put the team up. And I say refreshing. What was refreshing is I don't know if you've been keeping an eye on the Tottenham game. And that's why I was sort of 1 minute late. I was watching the game and Tottenham had a player sent off and it was 0-0. Oh, not 0-0 to that. 0-0 that Connor says 0 changes, apparently. Well, that is very, very interesting and possibly less exciting. That's diminished my excitement somewhat. I am interested to see the Southampton team as well, though, because the rumour is that Armstrong is injured. And if that's, well, anyway, it's pointless us speculating. We will find out soon enough whether Armstrong is injured or not. But this is a good game. This is an important game. Sorry, I was just talking about Tottenham and just talking about Crystal Palace. The guy lost his head, the defender for Tottenham there. I'm just going to see if that's still the case, if that's still the score. Because it's 72 minutes. It's still 0-0. So that's really interesting. We've also got Watford Wolves today. We've got Brentford Brighton, Arsenal Norwich, Man United Newcastle, Southampton West Ham. If you're wondering where Gio is, he's at the game. Oh, and City and Leicester City and Man City. A tale of two cities, a match of two cities. Chelsea and Aston Villa is quite a... In fact, a lot of the good games are today. The Sundays might as well go out tomorrow by the looks of it. You've got Leeds, Liverpool, Everton, Burnley. Might as well go out, do something tomorrow. Today is when the good games are on. Let's just give that another little refresh, a little tweak, see if it's going to... Oh, we've got a team. I know a few of you are typing that up, and so sorry, I can't watch two screens at once. Well, Connor, it appears that you are right. Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Aaron Kreswellovich, Declan Rice, Thomas Big Sue Potato Salad Suchek, Jared Bowen, Pablo El Fornicador, the Fornicator, Fornals, of course, my buddy, and my buddy we've never met. I wish we were friends. I wish myself and the Fornicator were friends. That's probably the first time and the last time I'll ever utter that particular sentence. Benny Hill Ben Rama, who is in absolutely scintillating form, and probably the only person in even better form than Benny Hill Ben Rama is Mikhail, the International, they call him now. Mikhail, the International Antonio, of course, who made his debut for Jamaica in a thrashing by Panama. There we go. Played 70 minutes. Clearly he's not injured. Hence the reason he's featuring in the team today. Only one goalkeeper on the bench, I'm sorry to say, for this one. And that is, of course, number 25 himself, the breast of the breast, Areola. Issa Diop is on the bench. And so is the Zuma rumour is true. He is on the bench and not in the starting lineup. Ryan Fredericks, Alex Crow, sporting the number 33. Mark Noble, Manuel Lanzini, Andrei Yarmolenko, and Nikola Vlasic, which is, somebody said Vlasic. Someone said actually it's more, the V is more of an F, and so it should almost be Vlasic. It's changing more every time I try and pronounce it. Somebody comes along and corrects me. Maybe someone just wants to pop on, say it, and then be done with it. But I've no doubt that that it's El Fornicador. With that much, we do know. So there's the team. There it is. What do we think of that team? I'm sure you all think pretty much the same as me. Why no Zuma? That's what you're asking, right? That's what you're asking. Why no Zuma? I would imagine it does make sense. It really does make sense. I know we've not been brilliant defensively of late, but we are well organised. I do feel that a lot of the goals I'm talking about here have been individual errors. Oh, penalty at Palace. Let me know. A penalty for Palace. Is that what we're saying here? Someone needs to keep me informed. I'm watching the chat. Really interesting because I'm not watching telly. I'm down here talking to you. Does Zuma hurt? Only Irons asks. He hurts today. He's hurt and wounded that he's not on the bench. Why Dawson hating? So anyway, I know basically what I'm saying is Moyes likes an organised defence. He's had no time to get Zuma working him in the system, and he probably feels for today. Sorry, I'm only laughing. Andy said Zuma cry. Yes, he does. Palace 1, Spurs 0. Excellent. Is this a chance for us to go top? It might be. I might have that wrong. Anyway, so Dawson, I think, gets in because he's more embedded in the system, so on and so forth. I think we'll see Zuma. Play in Europe, and I'm pretty sure that Zuma will make that position his own. But he needs to learn the ways. He needs to learn the ways of the West Ham. He needs to learn the ways. He's basically not gone through his Jedi training. Obi Moyes Kenobi has not taught him the ways of the Jedi yet, and you don't want him going into that back line all clumsy, dropping his lightsaber and all the rest of it. He needs to. He's a what they call a Padawan. He's a mere novice at the moment. Lewis says, let's bring Lewis's quote up. We got time to kill. He said, for me, Dawson has been the only weak link this season. Show. Why can I say so? I don't know why. It's that Sean show. Show should be replaced ASAP. We've got an experienced centre back that doesn't need any time to settle. Should be thrown straight in for me. There we go. That's what Lewis says. Look, I'd like to see him play. I'm sure many of us will. I am only offering up the reason why he might not have been. But yes, so it is exactly the team last time. Sorry, someone's thanking me for a video I did on shower screens some years ago. Done all right, that video. I had like 300,000 views or something like that. I was well pleased with that video, to be fair. I looked decidedly younger in that video, but you are very, very welcome. I hope your shower screen has been erected firmly and securely and siliconed adequately. Let's wooden. It's a good name. It's a good name. Woolen snail, not wooden. Woolen snail. Would you expect any of the signs to come off the bench? I bloody well hope so. I think so. Yeah. The irony is, I thought that Zuma was the most likely to start, but possibly, and what do I know? Probably nothing. I think he's almost the least likely to come off the bench. So I think it's easier, particularly if you're David Moyes, to make an offensive substitution. When I say an offensive substitution, I don't mean he makes substitution and swears and insults everybody. I mean an offensive substitution. He changes one of the attacking players. I think that's probably more likely than him fiddling around with the defence. If you pardon the expression. No one wants to see that. It's probably frowned upon. And to be fair, I hope if he does, he uses hand sanitizer. I will say that much. Who's asking? Someone's asking something or other. Only Eyes. Hey, Gonzo, will there be match day vlogs for this season? Always thought they were class. To be honest, I don't think there's going to be many. I won't be making many games this season. I will get to a few. My circumstances change. I'm a single parent now, so I can only go when I don't have the children. Basically, this weekend wasn't one of them. For old time's sake, I will do a match day vlog at some point. We'll do something. We'll do something a little bit different. But yeah, GOZ today. He'll be doing a match report, I believe, on a forum channel straight after the game. I will be here straight after the game. I'll get in before Gio because I've got less. I can just do it more quickly because I'm at home with my feet up. Not at the moment, my feet are down, but later I'll have my feet up. Oh, what's this? What's this is interesting. Hello, Ryan. Palace are outclassing Spurs at the moment. So glad to see Crystal Palace do well. Look, do you know what? I look. I just don't want Tottenham to win this game really, and I obviously don't want Tottenham. Ideally, Tottenham don't win any game. You understand? But this game in particular, and I think it makes our draw against Crystal Palace look a little bit better, I believe, because actually I think they're starting to become a half decent team. Palace there, and he lost it. The guy lost the plot, by the way. I think Tottenham lost the plot there. So, sorry, Andy does make me laugh. The Zuma wife mad, Sandra, and we all know. Just so as if you don't know, it's his middle name. It's Kurt Happy Zuma. All right. So it's really important that people know that. FIFA. He plays it so much. He's named himself twice. He says, good to have a stacked bench. It is FIFA. It's very, very good to have a stacked bench. I don't know. Look, I'm going to try and do a bet. You're going to have to bear with me here. This might not be the most fluid piece of video that you are ever going to see because I didn't realize that we didn't have a bet set up. So I don't have the app set up on my phone. And it's actually worse than that because I'm not actually sure I've got any credit in my betting account. So we'll make up a little bet. I honestly don't. I'm not lying here. I don't think I've got any credit in my betting account. And what makes it worse, if you can see that, it's just not happening here. Okay, but if I was to have a bet, and I know some of you might be, why is that not bet? It's Bet365. I don't know. I know some of you may well be missing the bet and wanting a bet. Maybe we can make up a bet between us. Although it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to actually place the bet. But for fun's sake, let me pluck something out of the air. And then what I'll try and do is if I've got 20 pence on there, I'll bung it on. If we'll make, do you know what? We'll make it ridiculous. Okay. We'll make the odds absolutely ridiculous. And rather than us do what we normally do, we'll find a silly phrase and we'll put the bet on. Right. Where's my pen? The pen of plenty. All right. The pen of plenty. What colour should we go for? It's all decisions. We'll stick with a blue for this one. Right. Okay. What we'll do is we're good. Does Gonzo technology, says Lewis. Look, Lewis, don't blame me, mate. That's still buffering. That's worse than porn up, that is. Anyway. Spoils your fun, that does, when that happens. Anyway, right, let's have a little look at this. Right, I'm going to go for a precise score here, I think, on this one. Does anybody know the Southampton team, by the way? As I've got no bet, I've got no Charlie to tell me the team. I wonder if it's up on the thing, because this would be really, really interested to see. Would West Ham publicise the Southampton team? Why would they? I don't know. I can't see the Southampton team anyway. I'm going to try and find it somewhere. No. There's lots of pictures. Oh, hold on a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the One Football app. We spend enough time promoting the thing. I'm going to spend. Wouldn't it be hilarious if this didn't work now? We spend all our time promoting the One Football app. So One Football app is brilliant. We always use it just before games. Come on. That's buffering. Okay, that's fine. It's obviously just Bet365. Right, so let's click on this. Lineups. Oh, it's not true about Armstrong. There you go, One Football app. Not lying, you see. Armstrong, Redmond. I like Redmond. Not a bad player. It's not a good player. Gineppo, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Elianusi, Perode. on the left back. Sally Sue. Sally Sue. That's his surname, Sally Sue. Hey? He's the only man that can have a threesome with himself. Somebody called Stephen as the other centre back, and then Livramento, whatever his name is, and they've got a goalkeeper as well, McCarthy, who Gio says is crap. So, right, okay, let's do this bet. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go Southampton. This is going to be a bet, right? Saints 0, West Ham 3. And I will put this bet on afterwards. It won't be for much. I've got to be honest with you. A bit skint, right? Let's have someone obscure to score. Do you know what? Let's have Dawson to score because it'll make things really interesting. Oh, 2-0 Palace. 2-0 Palace. Oh, this is really funny. Oh, magnificent. Thank you very much for keeping me. And sorry, Connor, I can see you put the team in there. Thanks for that. That's really good. Okay, so Southampton 0, West Ham 3. We want this to come in. We want this to be a big winner. Let's go Dawson to score, because I do think it will throw a spanner in the works. It will create Zoom a problem. Happy Hammer 82 says, everyone stop what you're doing and laugh at the Spuds. There we go. Why not? Why not? I can't stop what I'm doing, by the way. I'm doing a bet. I'm doing an important bet. Okay, so do you know what? Rice to score as well. So let's do Dawson to score and Rice to score. And Rice to score. Something else. I don't know who he is. He's got. We've got one player with a lady's name, which is Nikola Vlasic, but they've got a player with two ladies' names in the same name, which is Sally Sue. So I think Sally Sue gets booked, right? So let's see, Sally Sue. I've actually spelt it. Sally Sue. Sally Sue. Sally Sue gets booked. It's going to be a really, really interesting one. West Ham. What about West Ham? They normally do the corners combined, don't they? And it's normally 10 corners combined. Why not do West Ham to have 7 corners? West Ham, 7 corners. What else might happen? Oh, you see, Slim Face has said 3 corners each half. I'd reckon 7 corners might do it. And I'm just looking at what anyone else might be saying. Over 10 throw-ins. Is that something you can bet on, Ray? Over 10 throw-ins? Can you do that? I'm not sure we could do assists on Bree 365. Said Bree 65. Bree 365. Bet is. I don't know why I did say. I said Bree 365 rather than Bet 365. Bree 365 is obviously just a cheese website. It's very, very good. Go and check it out. This betting company will be Sharky. It will be with Bree 365. Clearly. Should we do Dawson to get booked? All right, I like that one. Who said that? Someone said Dawson to get booked. Said Martin. Martin says Fabianski to score a bicycle kick. That's the crazy stuff, which we'll be dealing with later in the broadcast. Sorry, doing Dawson to get booked. Right, okay. I've not done this yet. I promise you I will put the bet on afterwards. It's not going to be a fiver. As I remember it, I've got about 20 pence in my betting account. So I will put the contents of my betting account on it. If it comes in, one of you's going to get it. I don't mean get it. It's not like a threat. I mean, one of you will get the money. The phrase will be for this one, Vlasic isn't starting. Who asked that? I can't pronounce that name. Hold on. Hurrybert. I can't pronounce, and by the way, it's Flassage. Not your name. Your name's Huribert, but he's not starting. He's not. 20p times are tough. Sharky, yeah, times are tough. It's not just, I'm not a massive better, so I don't think I've bet since last season on anything. And I just seem to remember there being about 20 pence left in it. I might have spent it all. I might have to top it up. I will do that just for you anyway. Here's the phrase. You're waiting for the phrase, aren't you? I can tell. What about Sally Sue is a bloke? Sally Sue is a bloke. Sally Sue is a bloke. Simple as that, really. There you go. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the teams. There's a few people who have joined in late. You've joined in late. I'm going to read the team to you. It's quite funny, actually. I've actually pulled. I don't know if I can't show you this without ruining the camera, but basically, I've just pulled up the team and I've put West Ham v Southampton, and it's actually got the team from the 4th of February 2017. Do you want to know it? I'll tell you the team. This is not the team for today, by the way, just in case you start getting really nervous. Thinking, what the hell's happened? Randolph in goal, Kiate at right back, Reed and Fonte as the centre halves, Cresswell, Snodgrass, Obiang Noble, Faguli, Antonio Carroll. Our team's better now, isn't it? Let's just say that. Well, it's very nice to have that there. But here is actually the real team today, which is Fabianski in goal, Soufal, the Dawsonator, Virgil van Dawson, Oggy Ogbonna, Aaron Kreswelovic, Declan Rice. Doesn't no nickname for Declan Rice. Big Potato Salady in Big Sue Thomas Suchek, Jim Bowen, Pablo the Fornals, the El Fornicador, the Fornicator, Benny Hill, Ben Rama, and Mikhail Antonio the Antelope. I don't know. I don't even know why you're watching this. Up front, number 25, Areola. He's not number 25, he's number 13. His nickname is 25. Figure it out. Areola is there. Diop, Zuma, Ryan Fredericks, Alex Crow, Mark Noble, Manuel Lanzini, Andre Yarmolenko. Despite, I think, did Alex Crow try and kill him during the week? I think he did in a football match, didn't he? I'm not sure. And Nikola Vlasic. Mish Money Penny. No, there's no Mish Money Penny on the team sheet at all. There you go. There you go. So listen, the kickoff is in 40 minutes. This is what you've got to write. This is what you've got to write. Sally Sue is a bloke. I don't want you to get confused. You might see somebody running around on a pitch. You might see team lineups, and you see the name Nicola, you see the name Sally, you see the name Sue. You might think, am I watching the WPL? Is that what it's called? Am I watching the ladies' football? You might think that. No, you're not. No, you're not. There's just some blokes with ladies' names in the team. Can we say that? I'm actually not. I've got a producer. Can we say that? No, we can't. We can't say that. We can't say that these days. Apparently, anybody can have any name these days. It's absolutely fine. There's no such thing as a bloke's name or a lady's name. It's absolutely. You can call me Kate if you want. I don't mind. It's absolutely fine. Oh my word! Oh my word! By the way, well, this is actually quite funny. Oh dear, Sharky's devastated. He's devastated by this. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is great. So somebody just said here. This is fine, isn't it? I mean, actually, they clearly were a team that's improving. Good, good luck to them, really. And the Tower says we want 4. We do. We would like Crystal Palace to score a 4th. That would be brilliant, because actually at the moment it's a bad loss for Tottenham. And if they conceded 4, that would be utter humiliation, wouldn't it? What can you say? Dave, hello, Dave. How are you, mate? Long time no see. We will catch up soon, my friend. He's happy. Dave's happy today. You emptied the paddling pool out yet, Dave? It's not really a paddling pool what Dave's got. It's got a very, very big paddling pole. How can we watch the match? Well, it's not for me to say. To be fair, I wouldn't know. Some people, because I mean, this is the thing. It's hard. It's not like it's on BT, and it's not like it's on. What's the one? Sky Sports. So you can't watch it. And the only way you can watch it is by viewing an illegal stream. And I don't advise you do that at all. There's some people who go onto this Twitter account called Footy Pass, and they watch these illegal streams. And well, it's just you shouldn't be doing that. Don't do it. That's a very, very naughty thing to do. Certainly. Anyway, what do you got here? Sally Sue is a bloke. Oh, it's down. The paddling pool is down. Boo, boo. Excuse me, I just talked to Dave. Dave, I managed to keep all year in a paddling pool. I managed to keep the pH level and everything all right. The same water lasted all summer. It wasn't really a summer, to be fair, but the sun's shining now, and the sun shines about 8 weeks. No, actually, to be fair, it's been really, really nice all this week. But we've had about 3 weeks of summer, haven't we? And I managed to keep the water crystal clear all year through, summer through. Anyway, whatever. I do like this name. I don't know if you're tricking me. I don't know if that's your correct name or it's not. No paid placements on it. We don't advertise anything here. We don't advertise anything. Leopard print dongs. Get your leopard print dong. No, that's not really a leopard print dong. It's a face mask, but it can double up. You'd be in a lot of trouble if you put that on your Grudel schnitzel and walk down the street. Let's be perfectly honest about that. There you go. It is not a thong. It's not a leopard print dong. It's just not. Right. What are we doing? Sorry. I just want to speak about what Martin's saying. 22 against Palace looks a good result. Yes, I joke. It's 2-2. Looks a good result for us now. Have to say, great atmosphere from the Palace fans. Get Chewy out. I don't know where the Chewy face mask has gone, actually, to be honest with you. I've got a load of crap in here at the moment, Andy, to be perfectly honest with you. We need to clear up. But I think that's just another excuse, Andy, to show you. He needs to lengthen my hair, Len. Now I think it's changed my style, changed my look, and I just grab my hair. There you go. Right. Anyway, so what we're saying. No, Johnson today. This is a really good point, JJ. JJ the ninja. Look at JJ. It's a ninja. I think he's a ninja. I think he is. If you look at that, look at his avatar. Is he playing for the under-21s? Well, firstly, I don't know, but I think that's a really good point. Actually, if you look at the if we look at the team and look at the bench, there's no room for him on there, and I do think that's a little. I wouldn't say harsh. No, I'd say too harsh. I think more has been harsh on him. I expect to see him in the European game, but put it this way, I think we'll see him then, and that's absolutely fine. Gonzo, be like, I need a custom thong made, but can you make it like a mask so people don't start saying things? Absolutely right, which is why my Chewbacca thong just sort of blends in, particularly at a Star Wars convention, I've got to say. Jake says, I want to see Kurt Zuma. Don't we all? We will see him. We'll see him on the bench. I think so. Oh, no! Oh, no! Gonzo, I got COVID. Well, I hope you're all right. I hope you're not ill. Because obviously a lot of people getting COVID, but they're not ill, are they? And if you have got COVID, what are you doing stood next to Declan Rice? Do you see that in his picture? He's got COVID and he's right next to Declan Rice. I'm now worried that Declan Rice is not going to be starting this game. Sally Sue is a bloke. If you're wondering why Sally Sue is a bloke, we've got a really juicy bet. A really juicy bet. I'll tell you the bet. Saints 0, West Ham 3. Dawson to score. It actually looks the way I've written it. Looks like it says Dawson Rice to score. He's a new player. New player we got. Dawson to score. Rice to score. Sally Sue to get booked. West Ham 7 corners. Dawson to get booked. Sally Sue is a bloke. Oh no, sorry, that's not. You can't actually bet on that. You can't bet on that. There'd be very, very poor odds actually. And how are you going to prove it without? How are you going to prove that Sally Sue's a bloke? You're not going to do it, are you? Let's be fair. So if all of those come in, I'm going to put 20 pence on it. Someone, you know what? I'm going to give the money to whoever's typed in the thing. Sally Sue. Sally Sue is a bloke. It's a crap show, isn't it? It's all professional. It all falls apart when Gio's not here. It all falls apart. You see, we end up talking about thongs and Sally Sue having a threesome with himself and things like that. It just all gets a little bit out of hand. Charlie, I can see, is in the green room. Charlie, I'm going to invite in a minute. I say invite, he's invited himself. He's just actually waltzed straight in to the software behind the scenes. So I'm going to be handing over to him as soon as he pops up. He's going to be doing a watch-along of the match. He's not going to be watching EastEnders or something and commentating on it. I can't believe what's happened in the Queen Vic. That would be Does anybody do an EastEnders watch-along? A Great British Bake Off watch-along. Hell's Kitchen watch-along. Ramsey, he's lost it again. And so Charlie is doing a watch-along about the football match today, which is Southampton against West Ham. And after that watch-along, I'm going to go. I won't be watching along. I'll be watching by myself. Well, not by myself. I'll be watching with the children. If those that are interested, those are my children who aren't interested in West Ham, I will make them watch it anyway. That's the only way you get more fans, isn't it? If they don't watch West Ham, they don't get fed. It's as simple as that. Then after the match, I will come back down here and I will do the post-match review. I'm sure we'll all be happy and we'll enjoy, hopefully, the fact that we've got our third win of the season. I'm banking on it. Let's be fair, we're all banking on it being 3-0, really, aren't we? Have a right old party. Chris Topper Landell, I don't think I'll be popping that up on the screen. I'm not sure you are allowed to say that, to be perfectly honest with you. And then Gio will be back. Gio will be posting a review on the forum channel from him sat in his seat. He's at the game today. And then later on today, I will be doing the player ratings. That's a result. I'll be doing the player ratings on Patreon. Palace 1-30. Ha ha. 3-0. It's 3-0. Thank you, Blake. Thank you very much. And thank you, Crystal Palace. Thank you, Patrick Vieira. Thank you, I can't remember what his name is, the nutty one that plays for Tottenham that kept on killing people, because that clearly helped. My youngest has just subscribed. Hey, nice one, Dave, mate. Listen, we'll make sure we get over. We'll do the old barbecue. We will do that, my friend. We will absolutely do that. Charlie, whenever you're ready, mate, waltz in here. Come and introduce yourself. Tanganga. No, it's not the name of a fizzy orange drink. That is the name of the guy that started hacking everybody down. Why did he do that? It was a crazy thing to do. We're pleased he did it. Here is Tanganga the Younger. Charlie, how are you, mate?
It's been said many times.
It's the professional setup here. Which side goes
it's been said many times. It's been said many times. I'm walking down the street. Someone goes, "Oh, Tanganga." Like, yeah, it's me.
Tanganga.
I think it's because I'm wearing a mask. They can't quite tell the difference.
You can't. And you say you've been Tangangoed.
Yes. Yeah. When I 2-foot someone in the middle of Morrison's. Yeah.
You do. What have you got lined up today, Charlie? What are you watching?
To be honest with you, it's a Saturday 3:00 kickoff now, and because we're back, maybe nothing. Who knows? We'll find out, won't we? We're going to give it our best to try and find it, but we'll find out.
You might not get an illegal stream. You wouldn't get it. You never watch an illegal stream, Charlie. I know you always listen on the radio and do your best to convey the action.
Yeah, that or I fly to like America and watch it on Peacock or NSBC or whatever. So, we'll see. What's more important, Gonzo, than what I'm watching is I've got 4 pan of chocolate. So that's going to be the bulk of the show, if I'm being honest. Well, I say the bulk. This will last me about 2 minutes. But you know what I mean? I mean, it's important stuff. It's important stuff.
I would... I don't totally agree with the naming of that. Because your pan is your bread, right?
Yep.
And your chocolat is chocolate. chocolate bread, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I think it should be croissant.
We're getting
La
into a Pringles
chocolat.
situation where you're going to start arguing that Pringles aren't crisps when they very
But
clearly are.
it is more a croissant.
I don't know what
croissant au chocolat.
Maybe
right?
there's someone from France in the chat, but I don't know what means. I did do French in secondary school. No longer remember.
If you ever hit yourself on the kitchen side with the elbow,
Yeah.
like funny.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Well, there you go. Maybe it's pain. Chocolate.
You're right.
It
is pain. Oh, chocolat.
They don't bring pain, no, Gonzo. I'll tell you that. They bring nothing but joy. The pan of chocolat, nothing but joy. Good times abound. Good times abound.
I do. I've got Bobby 66. You cheeky minx. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I've got I'm a bad father. I've got
okay. Good start to an anecdote. Carry on.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a pre-roasted chicken. Tesco. So I've even cooked the chicken.
Yeah.
I've got some super noodles, and I've got cherry tomatoes. But you got to have your vitamins or something in there. That's what I'm glad you applauded. Thank you. That's what my children and myself are eating.
You know what they say? Work smart, not hard. Do you know what I mean? And that's what you've done there. That's what you've got. You've got the bits, and it's going to be on the plate. What more do you need?
I think
you've taken it a step further.
Are represented, Charlie.
Exactly. You've taken it a step further than what me and my other half have been doing, which is you put the microwave spaghetti bolognese in the microwave, you take it out, and you just eat it straight from the packet. No plate. No plate.
Do you
sometimes not even
you say you missed something out? You said put it in the microwave and take it out. Do you sort of press start and leave it in there for 5 minutes, or is it just a tokenism of putting it in and taking it out?
We do, and I'll tell you why. Because I never, where I was previously living with my mum, we never had a microwave. So this is the first microwave I've ever owned. So the fact it dings when it's ready is still very much a novelty to me. So I will just turn it on just to hear the ding.
Oh, that's
because that's still fun for me, you know. But
will
it stay that way? Who knows? If I die, then you know what happened.
What has happened?
Well, I probably ate frozen spaghetti bolognese that wasn't cooked. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You've just reminded me there is actually a cottage pie in the freezer. But it's not a cottage pie for 4. Anyway,
sounds like we know what you're eating specifically.
That's my own issue. Before I leave, let's say I put the microwave on, I put it on for 2 or 3 minutes. It goes beep 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 beep. Right? Okay, that's fine. Normally, because I'm quite number one, I'm prepared. Number 2, I'm fast. I'm very, very fast. So I'm either there because I'm prepared, or I'm at the microwave by the first beep, right? It's not an issue. And I press either stop or I press open door. It's like a I don't know what's wrong with it. It carries on regardless. It seems to have to go through the whole cycle. And so beep, 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 beep. I know. I've already pressed stop. I've got the food. I'm eating the food. I've opened the microwave door. Why are you still beeping?
Mine. See, this is what we've got. We've got the cheapest microwave we could get, right? And so there's no beep beeps. There's no different buttons. What you do is it dings, and then that's it. And then you press
it's got a dial. It's got a dial.
It's got a dial. Yeah, it's got a dial. So you can't really be precise at all. It says 2.5 minutes. You're like, wow, you're probably going to be in for about 3. To be honest with you,
it's like somewhere between 5 and 20 minutes.
It's real imprecise, and then it's all mechanical as well. So like. The button you press is like a really big push-in old button, and then the door goes swings open. The dial itself is like an egg timer essentially. So when it goes to the top, it dings, but it doesn't have to be on to ding. So there's sometimes where I'm making a cup of tea and I'm bored and I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, where I'm just pinging it back and forth. It's ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
it's real bad, but it's provided me hot meals when I've needed them, which is basically every day. So it's
its job, isn't it?
It does its job.
It does its job. Do you know what? Next time next time for the next match, Charlie, I'm going to join you, and we'll save it
Mm.
for that time. I want you to describe what a toaster does. But now we know exactly. The microwave does its job. It heats up food.
I would say get excited for that because this toaster it's got some eccentricities, Gonzo. It's got some eccentricities.
It sounds it. Right, listen, I'm going to let you talk about accountancy for a little while, and I will catch up with you later. Thank you very much, everybody. Over to you, Charlie.
Thank you very much, Gonzo. Thank you to Stuart Morris Accountants. They bring the watch along every week. Probably twice a week now. Exciting times for West Ham United and exciting times for finance because you don't have to do it. Take it from a former accountant as I am. You don't want to be sitting there doing accountancy and you don't have to anymore. Stuart Morris Accountants, personal, private, whatever you need, businesses, they got it. They got you. They got you. Thank you very much to Stuart Morris Accountants. And thank you, everyone here. Hello, everyone. How are you all? I hope you're well. Pocky says, do I know the Welsh for the word? No, I don't. I don't know the Welsh for anything, though, to be fair. I'm very uncultured when it comes to our friends across the border. It is not property ping. You lie, sir. You lie. But at the same time, what if that's true? Unreal work from the Welsh. They've done bits there. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. More than we do. We're a mess. They've got their life going on. Hello, everyone. How are we all? I have been up for about 25 minutes at this point, and now I am live on the internet. What a time to be alive. So I haven't even seen the teams. This is going to be a live read through of the teams here that I haven't seen, but we'll save that for a minute. We will save that for a minute, right? Because I want to ask you all on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible. How confident are you of a West Ham result today against Southampton? And while I do that, I'm going to pull up the teams so I can have those. I'm relatively confident. I can't lie. I felt like that maybe it would have been dampened a little bit by the Palace result. But I think this is a good team to go up against. I think Southampton are a good team to go up against. They're not the strongest team in the world. They're a decent enough side. I quite like Southampton, don't get me wrong. But they're certainly not firing on all cylinders yet this year. And they haven't been firing on all cylinders for a hot minute, if we're being honest about it. Secondly, they play a style of football that kind of suits us. They're going to want to get at us, you know? They're going to want to score. They need it. They want it, you know? And I don't trust... They've got a sort of mix and match team. I never really trust their fullbacks too much. I don't trust their wingers to get back enough. I think we've got it. When it comes to the scale of 1 to 10, I'm saying a good 8 in confidence today. I'm saying a good 8 in confidence. I now have the two teams up. I haven't even read them yet, but let's just have a look at what you lot are saying first. 7 says Ian Mears. Ionix says 7. Len says, then 3 says 7. That really threw me off for a second. I had to say 2 numbers there. My brain, Len, couldn't deal with it. Let me move that just slightly there so I can sit more normally. Also, ignore my exercise bike. I'm a picture of health. Chuck says 9. Good to see you. Leslie Hoiberg says 7. 6. Good day, says Kieran. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. 8. 6. 6. 8. Going to be a lot of tired legs. That's very true. That is very true. It skipped as I clicked that, but Connor's also saying we need to get the job done in the first half. I agree. And I think, well, I don't know if we will, but I think we've got a good chance at least. There you go. Going to be a lot of tired legs. 9. Crystal Palace proved what we did against them. Look what Crystal Palace did against Spurs. How is that match going currently? I don't know. Is it ended yet? I'm aware that Crystal Palace were winning at 1.1-0. What is it like now? Because I have no clue. Hasenhüttl's press scares me. They played well against Man United. I don't think they played badly by any shout Kyrgios, and their press does scare me to an extent. But at the same time, I think if you can avoid that press, all of a sudden they're very, very vulnerable. And we have a lot of players who, if we can get over that press, which I'm not against a little bit of a cheeky punt over the top. If you can get over that, then we're looking decent. Lee says, I'm down the road from Southampton, coming you eyes. Then I hope for your sake, I assume you know Southampton fans by that point, and I hope for your sake that it's a good result. As I do for there's a couple of other people who live in and around the Southampton area who are aware, who watch this channel. Good luck, everyone. I hope you're well. Callum is very confident. 10,000. 9, Virgil van Dawson masterclass. Listen, Che Adams is not starting today by the looks of it. I can see the Southampton lineup. Still haven't seen the West Ham one. He's not on the pitch. Therefore, he's scared. If he comes on, laces through the noggin. Laces through the noggin. They finished 3-0. Flipping heck. Oh, scenes you love to see. Scenes you love to see. Not bad. Not bad at all. Do you think any of our new signings will come off the bench? Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the lineup, shall we? And then we'll discuss that at full length. Here we go. So, starting off with your team, the opponents today, Southampton, the home side. We'll give them the respect they deserve. We can go first. First up, Alex McCarthy in goal. Tino, I'm just going to say their surnames because I'm going to get thrown off otherwise. McCarthy in goal. Livramento, Stevens, Salisu, and Perraud. It's French, so I can never pronounce it properly. Or French inspired. That's their backline. Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Elyounoussi, and Gineppo in midfield versus a strike force of Nathan Redmond and Adam Armstrong. It's a fast team. It's a very fast team, isn't it? Flipping it. Got Gineppo, you've got Redmond, you've got Armstrong. Elynoussi's not slow. That's a quick team. That's a quick team from Southampton. Like I say again, there's in fact, let me do this. Let's do this a little bit. Let's get fancy today, shall we? As I was saying, their fullback specifically, you're talking about Livramento, and I think Perraud is going to play fullback today. I'm not super confident in those people. You know what I mean? If I'm a Southampton fan, I think we can get out them quite successfully. You know, Romeo and Ward-Prowse obviously work well in the middle together, but a midfield 2 in a 4-4-2. We're probably playing a 3 or some variation of it. I don't know. I think that's a team that's very get-atable. Do you know what I mean? I think we can take it on, whereas we'll have a look at our team. Okay. In goal, Fabianski, Kufau, Dawson, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Declan Rice, Thomas Souček in the middle, Jared Bowen, Pablo Fornals, Ben Rama, Antonio. Unchanged. This lineup has started every single game so far. Sorry. It was a banger. Whoever tweeted that was a banger. Andrew, you killed it. Unchanged starting a lineup once more. And the bench. The bench looks good though, doesn't it? To an extent, at least. Areola, Diop, Zuma, Fredericks, Kral, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Vlasic. So all 4 of the new signings are on the bench. And to be honest, I can understand that. This was the interesting one. This lineup was the interesting one because realistically, we have European football midweek. So it was going to be interesting to see whether Zuma comes straight in, because I know we've all had this conversation about, Dawson instantly gets replaced by Zuma, blah, 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 blah. But there's going to be some mixing and matching involved, you know? There's going to be some like maybe he sees Ogbonna and Dawson as a pairing because they've played a lot, and then maybe he sees Diop and Zuma. Sorry, maybe he sees scratch all that. Maybe he sees Dawson and Ogbonna as a pairing because they've played a lot, and maybe he sees Zuma and Diop as a pair because then they can speak French to each other. They can communicate in a more effective way. Same with Areola coming in today. Maybe you get Areola involved in that because then you have a French triangle and communication can be stronger. Maybe that's something he thinks. I don't know, but all I'll say is, realistically, I felt like there's always going to be some mixing and matching. So him to keep the exact same lineup he has done for several weeks at this point, not surprised by. To answer the question from before, do you think we'll see any of the new signings come off the bench today? I do. We're looking at that bench. We're seeing Areola, Diop, Zuma, Fredericks, Kral, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Vlasic. I would be surprised if we didn't see Vlasic. That would be the one I would suspect we see. Being a forward type player, it wouldn't surprise me because Antonio's going to have to play midweek, probably, you would imagine, and so are some of these. So it wouldn't surprise me if you do see Vlasic come in at least. It wouldn't surprise me if the 3 subs were Vlasic, Yarmolenko, Lanzini, just to rest these people because they are all going to have to come back in again midweek to some extent. So it wouldn't shock me. I hope so. And we'll get on to sub bingo in a moment. Should have started Areola and Zuma. It's interesting. It's interesting. I tell you what, a quick yes, no from the chat. Give me a Y or give me an N. Obviously, Y meaning yes, N meaning no. Would you have started Areola and Zuma today, both of them? Yes or no? Give me a Y or an N. We'll do a quick poll. Snazzy Azzy, hello. Nice to see you. Are you full-time in Hams Chat Boys? I'm not. I do a lot of other things. I do a lot of other things. It's part of my, I'm a freelance, I do freelance video as a job. And so it's one of the jobs I do. Essentially, is the way it works out. But I do a lot. I was working at the Paralympics recently. That was very eventful, for example. I'm making a music video at the moment. That somehow is more eventful than the Paralympics. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. They want changes. They want changes. But yeah, so it's part of my freelance things. No, it's not full time. Not full time. I wish it were. It would make my life significantly easier. Joe, I'll tell you what. You're looking for links. Of course, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff today, so that means it's not on Sky. It's not on BT. It's in America if you're watching in America. But I'll just say, for now, we'll talk about it more in depth at some point. But there's places you can look. There's places you can look. There's places you can look. Right, so let's have a look at the yes or no's. No, yes, no, no. Yes, I'll tell you what, it's closer than I thought it would be. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no. Would I? Yes. Did I think Moyes would? No. Interesting, Kyrgios. That's an interesting way to put it. No. Do you know what? That's pretty flipping close, isn't it? That's pretty flipping close. For those who said no, is it Areola you wouldn't have started over Fabianski? I suspect that would be it because I think most people wanted to see Zuma come in, but that's interesting. That's a lot closer than I thought it would. You could argue 50-50, but I'd maybe even put it more in favor of those. I wish I had the thing set up so where I could do the polls and see the percentages. I haven't because I can't be asked. But it's maybe something I've got to look into. But yeah, flipping heck. As long as you can see it. As long as you Foe! Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. Welcome. Neither saying Eric, Zuma, yes. No. Interesting. More time on the training ground needed. That's fair enough, Andrew. We only start Dawson because of the effort last season. I don't think you're wrong. Only change I would be okay with would be the goalkeeper. Can't change the keeper and the centre back. Same game. Interesting. There's a lot of good reasons here, actually. There's a lot of good reasons. So, talking about substitutions, talking about the new signings, everything else. Sub Bingo is the game where we predict what minute David Moyes will make his first substitution. It's a spicy one today, people. It is a spicy one today, and I'll tell you why. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the subs bench on so you can see it as we go. It's a spicy one because not only do we have a stacked bench of all first-team footballers, not a single youth player on that bench, including Ben Johnson, which is a shame, I think, for Ben Johnson, and also a shame for our fullback positions, but Fredericks, I guess. Because not only is it a stacked bench full of first-team senior boys, but also we have European football in several days' time. We are off to Zagreb. Are we away first game? I think we are away in Zagreb. Absolute scenes, but does that mean he'll make a substitution earlier? Who knows? But this is the bench we have. Let me know when you think the first substitution will happen. My guess is it will be Nikola Vlasic, and it will be 69 minutes. Always stick to 69. That's the stress. Vlasic for Antonio. If we've got it done. That is, of course, if we've got it done. If you haven't, I don't know. If we haven't, I don't know. Blackfist 96, hello. Good to see you. Hope things are going well wherever you are. A-Top Mark. Thank you. I worked at the Paralympics, so everything in my life had to go on hold. But it's coming back. If not tomorrow, then Monday. A-Top Mark is a wrestling YouTube channel I do. You should subscribe if you want. Why not? Go hog wild, people. Go hog wild. Right, let's see these sub bingos. 69 Vlasic for Benny. I think that's probably more likely than Antonio. But again, I just think he needs a rest. Fabianski frightens me with corners. Fabianski, you're not wrong. 74 Bowen for Vlasic. Dawson's going to get caught out today, I think. Depends on the score, to be honest. I think that's a very fair point. 67 minutes, 83 minutes, Antonio Vlasic. 68 minutes, not sure who. I like Dawson, I really do, but I think we've seen the best of him. I don't think that's unfair. Connor, 79 minutes. Nobes for Rice. What else we said? 69. Bowen for Noble, 69. Vlasic for Benny, 78. Vlasic for Ben Rama. Well, tick on my... Hello, Scott. How are you? I'll read it out. But tickle my elbow and call me Jenny. It's Gorgeous Charlie. It's not. It's Charlie Walsh. But I'll take it. Thank you very much. If you need a stream, there's places you can find. I don't know where. Where's the thing? Hang on. There's places you can find. It is around. That's my new jingle. I've just decided in my head as I said that out loud. 60 minutes Rice for Crowd. Ooh, interesting. Would Rice need a... That's interesting. Moyes will feel generous. 79th minute for Vlasic for Bowen. Because that's the other thing is Moyes has a little... Marco Royce is in charge of us. David Moyes has a little bit started to make substitutions later and later. So potentially you might see it. 75 minutes Zuma for Dawson. 63 minutes Bowen for Vlasic. Love you too, Scott. Love you too. At last, a really good bench. Spider. It is a really good bench. It's genuinely a strong bench. What a scene. And West Ham Clips is here. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Remember, everyone, if you haven't already, hang on. Ignore the fact as well, I'm sitting on an Asker t-shirt. Please. Thank you very much. I would appreciate that. If you haven't already, of course, I don't know if they're still available. I hope they are, bro, because I'm about to promote them anyway. Clips is DVD. Go get it. It bangs. It's all of the clips from last season, plus a cheeky bonus. Last game. Go and have a gander. Go get involved. Anyway. So, we are but 6 minutes away from kickoff. What a time to be alive. Do I know how I'm watching it yet? Yes, I'm traveling very quickly to the United States of America, and I am watching it there. That's definitely how that's happening. Don't question it. Do not question it. But I hope you're watching. And where are you watching from? That is the last question I wish to ask. Actually, we'll do score prediction after, but where are you watching from? Let me know. I'm watching from America, definitely, because it's a Saturday 3:00 kickoff. So I am in the United States of America. I am looking for Jeffrey Stelly, having a gander, looking about for him. Going New York, seeing CB, my boy. You know what I mean? It's a thing. Anyway. West Australia, America, Hungary. Yes, Coxie, Hungary. Oh, I love that. The Fenlands, Lincolnshire. I've never been to the Fenlands. Have I even been to Lincolnshire? I must have, right, Leon? I must have. I think I've just skipped it and gone straight further north, I think, I don't know. I don't leave London often. It's only for Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs as it tends to happen. On the couch again, sofa so good. New York for real here. Yeah, Len Free. Welcome. Hope it's all kicking off in New York. I'm currently in Toronto. Yes. Good to see, Fo. Good to see. Say hello to Peach while you're there, obviously. Make sure. If Antonio scores an assist, he'll break another record. Will he? Oh, he scored an assist in all 3 games so far. I don't know what record it is. Tell me what record it is. I'm intrigued. Oh, my camera blows out. It's going to be a stress today, lighting-wise. I can't lie to you guys. Daegu, South Korea. I'm Irish, though. Shane? Shane is a very Irish name. But Daegu, South Korea. Yeah. What's it like? Why are you in South Korea? Just living it up. Watching K-pop. Having good times with BTS and the like. I went for the most obvious one there. That's when you go for a joke, you just sweep them all in without going too deep into it. You know what I mean? I'm actually in the United States near DC watching a game with family. Good to see you, Leonardo. Hope they are all well. And hoping it's all good in DC. It's DC, in the place where people forget where it is all of the time if you're not from America, because Washington. 2 places are called Washington, so people get baffed. Dublin, Arkansas, America. God, I love Saturday morning football. I suspect the time scale is very bad for all of you in America. I can tell because I am here as well. In Van Lois, is that how you pronounce it? That's how I'm guessing. Denmark. As it's on NBC, I'm watching it from Ilford, small village outside of New York. Yeah. Ilford, New York. It's in the state of New York, but it's not in the city. It's just outside. Yeah. I know where you're at, Chuck. I know where you're at. I'm watching it in Alberta, Canada, 3-1 to the Hammers. Good to see. Isle of Wight, new house though. Ooh, new house. Hope it's going well, Jay. Hope it's going well. What's it like? When I moved here, it was very weird. To America, of course. Turnpike Lane, North London, and it's sunny today. I have heard that it is sunny today in North London. Queensland, I'm at St. Mary's. Yes, Jake. For my wife's first away game as well. Double yes, Jake. Get in there. Congrats. Listen, hope for a big result. And as we are just over a minute away from kickoff, let's just quickly get in there. Score predictions while I go through the rest of these people. What is your final score predictions? Mine, I will lob in a cheeky 3-1 West Ham. That's a big prediction from me there, but I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham is where I'm going to lob it in. It's where I'm going to lob it in. If you're here, of course, just for the preamble and you got here off to watch the match, enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it as much as you possibly can. I hope we all come back at half time. We'll be talking about it. Will Gonzo be here? I don't know. I forgot to ask him. It might just be me struggling to not pee. But do come back at half time and join me then. I'm going to need your help. Otherwise, go and enjoy the game. And of course, full time Gonzo will be live on this very channel doing a review. Remember, like the video if you're new around here, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We much appreciate it. The sport and watch-alongs has been wild so far this season, so I appreciate you personally. Thank you very much from me. Ignore the others, just from me personally. Thank you very much. So we're about to kick off here. Get your score predictions in the chat. Teaching English is why you're there. That makes sense. That does make sense, Shane. That is probably why most people go there. Norfolk, Norwich, good seas, Barcelona. Say it every time now. David Tennant, ruining my life. Benidorm. Watching it from my bedroom sofa in sunny. Bro, you got a sofa in your bedroom. Love that from you. Don't know why I said it like that. Just weird. There you go. Phonos, what's going on? Phonos. We're also available on Patreon. Hey, listen, it's not the beginning of the month, so it's not as much bang for your buck, but the earlier you do it, the better you do it. So if you do it now, it's better than if you do it in 3 weeks. Patreon.com/HammersChat. Check out the link in the description below. 2 Spanners is back this weekend, which will be fun for us all, I'm sure. By us all, I mean me. But it will be back, and we will have someone from near Southampton. So hopefully, a good result for them. 4-1, 3-1, 1-1, 1-1, 2-1, 4-1, 4-1. Big plays. My very legit website is down. Oh no, I blame. I think we're all having this problem right now, Sean. 2-1, 8-1. Flipping hell. 8-1. It's also good. I won't lie. It's good to see this back. Do you know what I mean? It fills my heart. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. It just feels right. They should be used to a massive game on the screen where the bowling used to be, just in the middle of the flats. 4-0. I back that. Vlasic's on. Scott would be high, wouldn't it? 3-0 West Ham, but my wife says 2-1 West Ham. Well, at least she's back in the beef, at least. Do you know what I mean? At least she's back in the beef. 2-0, 4-0. Right. I am going to have a gander and figure out what's going on here because my thing is broken still currently as well. Welcome to the watch along, people, where everything is broken for now because right. What do I need? What else do I need to do? I need to come to here. I need to change this. Oh my God. Why so many things happening? So many things on my screen. So many things. Let's take that down for now. Let's just do that. I'm gonna come back to here. Oh my God, people. Listen, I'll tell you what, right? You've never seen a man work so hard. Do you know what I mean? I'm here and I'm doing 4 things at once. It's just different. That wasn't. Oh my god. Music started playing very loudly in my ears. I was not ready for that. I'm going to turn down my volumes. While that's happening, let's do that. That's the same thing. Okay. We're just going to keep looking, people. We're just going to keep looking. We're going to keep looking for how to get onto Peacock. 3-1, 2-1 seems a likely result. Seems. Do you know what? We all seem very confident of a win. I will say that. You never know whether Foe's confident, but I'm going to say he's confident. I'm speaking for Foe at this point. But I'm saying Foe's confident. I'm not. That's a lie. It's a lie, Foe. I'm sorry. But we all do seem relatively confident of a win today, which is nice to see. Which is very nice to see. You know, orange is up, son. Says Mixel. Listen, Mixie boy. Listen. We prepped. Okay, look, that's why we got these as well. Look, we've got Tesco oranges, and we've got Tesco pan of chocolat. Probably a horrendous combination, but we will see at some point during this stream what they taste like together. But we have some mandarins today. We have a mandarin variety Nadalcott. That's interesting because I keep saying Nadalcott on the other, so maybe the other ones are mandarins as well. There's some South African mandarins there. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff indeed. Definitely 3-1, says Madman of York. Oh my god. It's all gone wrong today, people. It's all just going wrong. The game has kicked off, by the way. The game has kicked off. Not for me, but it has kicked off. Cancel. I wish I could read Arabic or any forms of writing similar to it. I don't, so I'm just going to assume you wrote, come on, your eyes. Yes. Get in there. Get in there indeed. What else am I? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What was that? Is that what it's called? I will get there eventually, people. Let me turn this down again, just because it was terrifying before. We'll click that. Leonardo asks, who do you think Masuaku would take out from the 18-man squad when he comes back? He brings that dynamic where we can go to a back five and finish off games. It's also family is great. Thanks for asking. Good. Well, good. I'm glad for that bit. Who do I think he would take out? It's an interesting question. I'm not. What I want to do. Who do I think he'll take out? I mean, realistically, do we need two centre backs? No. You'd imagine Diop. You would imagine Diop. That would be my guess. But at the same time, Moyes could very easily just stick to the two centre-back system. And by two centre-back system, I mean stick to having two centre-backs on the benches at all times. You would imagine. But I might be wrong about that. I may be wrong about that. Getting messages on my phone at the same time. Come on. Having an absolute nightmare today, people. Having an absolute nightmare today. I would imagine Diop, though. That would be my bet. I'm also confirmed Scott's bedroom sofa is comfortable and I can't watch at work. Well, at least we know it's comfortable. Again, a sofa in the bedroom is a big play. It's something I would want to get involved with, if we're being honest. It's something I would very much want to get involved with. Never have, but my God, would I want to? Let's try this. We'll figure it out. Having trouble with all stream sites I use. It's a difficult day. There's a lot of Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs today. He's my stalker. Fair. Then he'll know. How Sophie. If he's a stalker, then he'll know the Sophie. Do you know what I mean? You'd hope it would be good. Bruv, please. Please. Oh, the stress. I hear Man United game just to see the word Ronaldo quick enough. It's like, why? Okay, right, so it's not that. It's not that. You could easily leave out Lanzini for Masu or even Fredericks. I mean, you could. Fredericks is another shout. I think it's just you have more options that way, right? Because realistically, you're never going to bring two centre backs on at once, are you? Like realistically, it's just not going to happen. As much as we might think it would, there's just so little chance of it happening. You might as well just take one of them off. At least that's my opinion on it. Like, that's my opinion on it. I don't know if that's an accurate or a fair assessment, but it's certainly the one I would make. Is it just doesn't seem to make sense otherwise. Why would you? Why would you? But again, maybe Moyes wants to have to. Maybe have an original for a Benny goal inside 10 minutes. Listen, Mixel, it'll happen. Give me a minute. I've got priorities first. And once we figure it out, we'll figure it out. Score predictions. So there was a lot of score predictions earlier. West Ham Tom. I said 3-1 as well. I'm vibing it. It's maybe a bit too confident, but I am vibing it. Fornals is absolutely my favorite player at West Ham, even when people was crapping on him at the start of the season. I've always loved him. I've loved him since he first came in. Thank you. I've loved him since he first came in. I think he's such a baller. I really do. I think he's one of the best players we have. I think he's one of the best signings we've made in a while as well. He's so good in so many different ways. It's just he does everything. He works so hard. People saying they were going to drop him for this person, for that person. I'm just like, he's probably the last person in that three behind Antonio I would drop, honestly. He's probably the three, but he's probably the one I wouldn't drop instantaneously anyway. Like, it's different. It's different for me. He works super hard. He has the playmaking ability. He has everything. He just has everything. I don't know why people don't like him. I honestly don't understand it. I get you. Maybe you're looking for someone a bit more skillful, I guess, or who hasn't missed some specific chances. But I agree with Kirikos. Fornals, he's technically excellent while also working hard. I just don't see, for the life of me, why people don't like him. I really don't get it. I really do not get it. It makes sense to me. It just makes sense. Nightmare. Do about this. I think he knows, bro. I think he knows. So you're saying don't tell anyone. I think he's painfully aware. We're getting there, people. I feel like I'm making progress into my life. I feel like I'm making progress. Am I? Who knows? But I feel like I am. Also, his goals and assists back him up. So all arguments are gone, especially with what has done. Yeah, I think that's fair. But what's everyone's opinions on, like, in Europe, right? So we're in Europe, obviously. Will we be playing Antonio again? I suspect that will be what ends up happening, is we go back to Mikel Antonio. However, let's just say, for sake of argument, that doesn't happen. Let's just say, or maybe you want that to happen, actually. That's a fair point. Who do you want to play up front? Who do you want to play up front in the upcoming European games? Are you confident with it being Mikel Antonio again? Is that something you would be confident in happening? Do you think that we would maybe need to change that, or would we be calm enough to play him in two separate games in a row in such quick succession when he's also international duty? What are you vibing, people? What are you vibing? Let me know. Let me click this. Let me do this. Do that. Yeah. We are good. What I'll say to you, people, if you're looking for a stream, if you're looking for one, I'm just saying, if you're looking for one, there are places you could definitely go. Anyway. Southampton are on the ball. We're 10 minutes in. Southampton are on the ball. They're playing it around at the back at the moment. What I've liked about West Ham so far is that we've played slightly different style of football. We've played a slightly different style of football than we usually would, right? And we've pressed as a team, as a unit. We don't just press for the sake of pressing. We just press when we all press together. Because the frustrating thing back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like a year and a half ago, was Snodgrass pressing, right? And listen, I'm fine with him giving it a go, but he was just pressing completely by himself. And so to see us moving forward as a unit to do it was good. It was good. Jarrod Bowen's flying through here, by the way. On the right hand side, tries to pull it across to Mikel Antonio, can't. It was good covering by the defender. I felt like if Jarrod Bowen could find a way past that defender, all of a sudden Southampton were in massive trouble. It was 2-on-3. It was 2-on-3. But yeah, might be Yarmolenko or Bone as a false nine in Europa. Yeah, I feel like Yarmolenko is the option. Yarmo is probably the option I would go with. I would say that. You know, I would think I would be like. I like Yarmolenko more than most people like Yarmolenko, and Yarmolenko would be my shout because I don't want to see. Well, I don't want to see Antonio play 2 games. I don't really mind who it is who ends up playing in which, right? So if Yarmolenko starts in the Prem, Yarmolenko starts in the Prem. If Antonio starts in the Prem, Antonio starts in the Prem. That's fine, right? That's completely okay. But ultimately, I want it to be one or the other. And Yarmolenko would be my sort of second choice. Benrahma goes down right on the edge of the area under the tackle from Romeu. Is it on the edge or is it in? Yeah, it's on the edge of the box. No one's going mad for a pen. So it is on the edge of the box. But Romeu gets a yellow card for his troubles. And we have a free kick incredibly close. Benrahma picks up the ball, started driving towards the goal. And Romeu, it's one of those. Yeah, it's just a poor attempt by it. It's not nothing difficult from Fornals there. It wasn't too much of a deepness, but it was just a bit, you know? It was just a bit. Got an orange, people. I've got an orange. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens from this free kick. I'm not reading the chat for obvious reasons right now. Cresswell and Benrahma are standing over it. Be interesting to see who hits it from this angle. I think either of them could. You'd suspect it be Cresswell, but at the same time, Benrahma around the wall, maybe. Here we go. Free kick to West Ham. Cresswell hits it straight into the wall. Follow up. Blasts it high and wide with his weak foot. And we are in Orange Town, people. Here we go. We're diving in. James Jones, I promise you, bruv, there's 2 different things on the screen currently which are telling you exactly what you need to know. They're telling you exactly what you need to know. I promise you. I know it seems like a lie, but there are 2 separate elements on the screen right now telling you exactly what you need to know. Oh, lob a third in. Look. Discord. There you go. Link in the description below. It provides you what you need. I always find Nathan Redmond playing up front interesting. Like, it's just not something I would do. But then again, I'm not that big of a fan of Nathan Redmond, if I'm being honest. I think he's fine. He was all right. Like when he was coming through at Birmingham, he was a very exciting young player. But at this point, I'm just like, it's just Nathan Redmond, isn't it? He's quick, but he's not got much else to him. I don't know. It just is what it is. Here we go. Orange time. It's bigger than usual, but I'm still gonna back the beef. You know what I mean? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That was bigger than I thought it was gonna be. That's what food cab. My giddy aunt. Early review of Tesco Sweet Easy Peelers. Not as sweet as the other ones I've been having. All right, fair enough, but hopefully that brings the boys luck because that was not a grand old time for your boy. That was not a grand old time for your boy. Kira Cross says, how can I possibly be expected to believe in Darwinism when it's... Look, link is in the description below. There's a thing called Discord. You click on it. There's a bit called Stream Links. You click on there. You could press the button and it happens. Trust me when I say it happens, because I know people who aren't in America, like myself, who have just done it, and it's fine, along with other people. So, you know, thank you. It's just because, you know, yeah. Southampton are trying a little something here. They're never really pulling off, but they're trying. They're playing very directly, as you would expect. They're going straight for straight towards their front two. Specifically, you're looking at Armstrong a lot of the time, and they're trying it. They're giving it a shot. The passes aren't quite playing off for them. They aren't quite moving in the same way that they need to. They're not quite on the exact same page, but they are at least giving it their best. That sounds really condescending. Now I've said it out loud. I didn't mean it that way. But we are where we are. It's nice to see a whole full stadium back in it. It's been a while. It's been a while since that was the case. We're sitting there watching a full stadium. You can hear the chants. It's a sunny Saturday afternoon. It's just kind of a vibe, isn't it? It's just kind of a vibe. Callum Eaton says, no one cares. Just show the game. Callum, no one cares about you. Not even your own family. Go speak to them. They'll tell you. I don't know why I was so aggressive with that one. That was very aggressive. I can't show you the game, Callum. I would if I could. Trust me, because to be honest with you, mate, I don't care about my own opinions, let alone anyone else. You're sitting there thinking, why is this guy talking? Bro, I don't care. You think I have any self-confidence? I look in the mirror every day and I'm like, bruv, you're a waste of space. I don't care. The problem is, if I did that, YouTube and the Premier League would come and kill me. So I can't, unfortunately, Callum. I apologize. You just have to deal with the fact that I'm providing you a link in the description below to watch the game, Callum. There's a link. Look, it says it on the screen all of the time. You just go and you click the button and guess what? It happens magically. It's mad how it's just technology. Bruv, Jesus, Callum. Pete's sake. Callum, when you find it eventually, tell me, Callum, and then we can discuss the game, because people might care what you think. Oh, wait, no, they wouldn't. The point is, I can't show it. You would come and kill me. I apologize. I wish I could. Genuinely wish I could. You seen once, red apples or green apples? Red all day. I don't eat green. It's not a thing for me. It's not a thing. Ryan Locke, how am I watching it? Link in the description below. Discord. I'm in America. Sorry, I apologize. Charlie, you said it in such a nice tone. You know, I haven't had trolls for a while. Do you know what I mean? I'm out of everyone else. You know, the footballers, they got to have their little preseason where they warmed up and got match ready. I haven't had that yet. I haven't had any big trolls this season yet. And so a guy comes in and it's just like straight off the bat to aggression. I didn't need it. Callum didn't need it. I didn't need it. None of you needed it. But it's happened now. So we got to start moving it slightly forward now. You know what I mean? Guy stressed out. I am quite stressed out, to be fair, Cactus. I can't lie to you, mate. I am quite stressed out. Probably more stressed out than I should be. West Ham probably getting into more interesting positions so far, but honestly, like, it's not. We're not creating like unreal chances or anything. The free kick was all right, but apart from that, so far in the 10 minutes I have seen, it's not been incredibly. It's not been an incredibly tight game or anything. Sorry, it's not been a game of many chances. Is what I should say. Not a tight game. It's not been a game of many chances. It's been a game of sort of people trying to find the space, but that final pass just sort of being lacking for both teams. Again, like I said, Southampton is still playing very, very direct, as you would expect from Southampton. And this is a good opportunity now. They're inside the box. Gineppo on the left-hand side pulls it back across, tries to put it onto his strong right foot, hits it. Craig Dawson gets the block, and it goes out to for a Southampton corner kick. Good block by Craig Dawson there, but another good attack from Southampton. It's a great pass out to Gineppo, to be fair. He was in acres of space, but it looks a bit awkward to find him. He's managed to be found by, I think, Romeo, maybe Ward-Prowse, one of the two. He cuts in on his right-hand side. He's looking for the top right-hand corner, but Dawson, one of them, Heads it away. Neek asks if I can say happy birthday to Mr. Hunt. I can. Happy birthday, Mr. Hunt, and good luck, Neek. I'm trying again another time. Green apples are pie apples. Red I'm eating. That's fair. That's fair. I don't eat green apples. Have I ever eaten a green apple? I don't know, you know. I don't know. Southampton corner. Obviously, James Ward-Prowse standing over it. Would you want literally anything else? Whips it in. Headed away from Fornals. First man. Bowen challenges for a second one. Benrahma tries to hit it down to Antonio, who just run past it a little bit. Southampton regain possession of the ball. But not a bad clearance. Southampton once again have possession of the ball. Back in their own half now. Back in their own half. Does anyone have a stream? Yeah, I do. Thanks for DJ. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you. Cheers for asking. I hope you're enjoying the game. They're looking to overload, all right. They do tend to be passing it consistently out that way. I mean, Gineppo is probably a better player than Elanusi in terms of pace. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see how it plays out. It hurts, people. It hurts. SK Beats asks who's winning on possession. That's a good question, SK Beats, that I can answer in just a second. Give me a moment. Possession is currently very close to 50-50. So West Ham are winning on possession by they're on 50.6. Southampton are on 49.4. So there you go. I'd be sad if I have to watch Southampton every week. To be fair, I don't. They're not. Look, I think Southampton are all right. I think Southampton are obviously one of those teams that have an incredibly limited budget, right? And so it's stress for them because if you sort of live and die by your signings, right? And you live and die by your sellings more than your signings because you have to reinvest. Southampton have all the bits to be a good club, right? They have the good training ground, they have the good youth facilities, they have like a good manager. I think he's a good manager. They have like a lot going for them. And on the pitch, it's not like they're a bad team by any stretch of imagination because they're just not. They're not. They've got a system that they play that's strong for them. They've got some decent players in there. James Ward-Prowse interests me in the sense that I feel like they're going to have to sell him sooner rather than later. And at that point, when they sell him, replacing him is going to be a huge deal, like it would be for Rice for us. But the team around Rice is significantly better than the team around Southampton, around James Ward-Prowse. So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up playing out for them. But they've not got a bad team by any stretch of imagination. They've got an all right team. It's just not anything particularly to get hyped about. But it's not bad. It's not bad. If there's any Southampton fans in the chat, let me know how you feel, of course. Fornals' first touch is too sexy. It is too cool. He's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful, beautiful man. I'd have his babies. I'll say it. I've said it now. You know what I mean? I'd say it. Rice playing centre back. He is dropping back quite a lot, isn't he? I think it's maybe a way to get around that Southampton press. You drop Declan Rice back when you're building up play. That way you have an extra option, an extra easy passing lane to just get around the press. And then he can go back into his more traditional sort of destroyer midfield position. West Ham regain possession in a good position. Let's Thomas Tuchel how there he is. Couldn't find him for a second. I was like, where is he? He should be close to the ball. Benrahma tried a little something there. It was a bit too ambitious. Didn't quite work out. Free kicks end up going Southampton's way. Benrahma controlling it about 35 yards from goal, something like that, towards the centre of the park. Tries a little reverse pass through, looking for the run of, I think, Jared Bowen. If it worked, listen, it would have been a beautiful thing. But doesn't quite pull off that sense. And West Ham forced to foul Southampton in the process. Is Rice on the pitch? The pitch asks SK Beats. Yes, he is. He's playing his always position. He is the captain, of course. It's a defensive transition tactic with West halfback. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm saying, right? When we're in defense and again, we all know that Southampton press a lot. So when we're in defense, it's just useful to have that extra guy in a better position to receive the ball, because it's not like he's far away from the centre backs or wouldn't be involved in getting pressed. But that passing lane is sort of initially strucken from the record. So you have him sort of drop back when he can. Southampton trying something here. Armstrong tries to play it through, doesn't quite work. You have that player drop back in order to give extra passing lanes to avoid the press. We're 26 minutes and 10 seconds into the first half here. Still 0-0. Still 0-0. As you can see from the scoreline thing above my head, but I'm saying it anyway because people don't seem to read. Very aggressive from me, that, wasn't it? It really was. I just need to leave it. I just need to leave it. Chill. It's not that deep, Charlie. It's not that deep. I need to. Okay. We're back. Good question from Willie Plays. Good to see you, my friend. Which of the new lads are we most looking forward to seeing play? I want everyone to answer this. Which of the new people are we most looking forward to play? To be honest with you, do you know what? This is maybe an obtuse answer, but I am quite looking forward to seeing Alex Crowell play, just because I want to see how it ends up working out, Good play from Southampton. Played into the box. Soucek cancels it out well. I would say, interesting to me would be the idea of Crowell, just because I want to see how he fits in. Like, I'm hyped to see Vlasic. I'm hyped to see Curtis. I'm really hyped to see Areola, but probably that is the one I'm most interested in, at least. But what's everyone else saying? Antonio's cross into the box there was maybe horrendous. And probably the most horrendous thing I've ever seen in my life. It's fine. That's a lie. I look in the mirror every day. What time am I at? I am at 27 minutes and 30 seconds, 31, 32, 33. Most looking forward to Zuma, solid defensive. Yeah. That would, Zuma, Areola. I was disappointed in Rice's play versus Crystal Palace. He looks a lot more on it for today. He does look better today, but I don't think he's been at his best so far this season, but I do think he's looking sharp today. He's looking sharp. But yeah, I'm surprised no one said like Vlasic, but yeah, Areola and Zuma. Look, the thing is, we're building out our defense right now. We've got a very good defense. So notable weaknesses, but I think like when you're talking about a team who want to push for top 6, I think that's a good defense to be pushing for top 6 on. Odabi, what am I watching it on? I am watching it on that what's below you right now. Have a gander. Link in the description below. It's not the most high pressing, fast-paced game you've ever seen in your life. High pace, that's not a word. Fast pressed. Ignore that, everyone. It's not the most fast-paced game you've ever seen in your life. Both teams are quite happy to sort of sit. Both teams are quite happy to sort of just try and attack when they can. Not like the most amount of pressing you've ever seen in your life. Like right then, Southampton were just passing it back and forth between their centre backs for maybe a minute, with no one even coming close to them. It's just it's not lightning right now, is what I would say. It's not lightning, unsurprisingly for both of these teams. Yeah, there you go. Mr. P. Hammer agrees. Is Zuma an automatic start if Dawson Oggy can keep a clean sheet? I think it will start in Europe, but we'll see what happens. Evan. Like I was saying before the stream, I think there's going to be a lot of mixing and matching. And I'm not sure which way. Once we're out of everything and we're only playing one game a week again, then we'll see who. I think whoever's been in the most form will probably end up starting. But yeah, I think he will start this week in Europe. That's my guess. Ben Rama trying to make his way down the left, can't, pulls it back to Cresswell. Fornal's getting involved now. West Ham playing it around the left-hand side, trying to work their way into the box. They've shifted it over now to the right. Soufal, Bowen. Again, Southampton have got a lot of people back here. They're very well organised, Southampton, in defence. They play like a 4-4-2 attack, but when they defend, they change to like a 4-5-1 or a 4-4-1-4-1, however you want to look at it. And they're very well organised. They pack it out, and we don't really have an answer for that right now. We're sort of we're sort of passing it around, trying to find our way in. We've been slowly pressed, and I really do mean slowly pressed all the way back into our own half here. People saying boring. Yes, it's not exciting, is it? Good 1-2 with Fornals and Antonio trying to link up. Antonio's passed a little bit. Nothing here. Southampton regain possession of the ball. Now they can afford to have their go. But yeah, people saying the word boring. Boring is the word, says Gary there. Or he said boring is the world, which is a very deep way of putting it. But yeah, boring is the word. You know, I'm not disagreeing with you, mate. I'm not disagreeing with you by any stretch of the imagination. Corner, though, for West Ham United now. Corner for West Ham. Southampton's defence not as towering as it once was. Now the boy, Vestergaard, is no longer there. So not as towering as it once was, but still not exactly a small defence by any stretch of imagination. But, you know, corner, we've got a lot of boys who can do bits here. We've got a lot of boys who can do bits. From left-hand side, it's corner. Cresswell steps up to take it. Bowen, Ogbonna, Dawson, Antonio, all standing around together. Souček and Antonio just having a little brief discussion about what's going to happen. Dawson on the edge. Played in. Looking for Dawson. Can't quite find him. It's cleared away. It went right into the middle of the park there. Couldn't quite get there. West Ham, pardon me, regain possession of the ball. Rice plays the ball in. Ooh, what a bad cross by Rice. You know, weak foot. Wasn't too bad, but it doesn't end up hitting anyone. Good collection from McCarthy and goal. Punts it up the pitch, looking for that quick counter attack with Adam Armstrong. Doesn't happen. West Ham regain possession of the ball. They work it back down the left-hand side again. Good position. Ben Rama by the corner flag. Puts it in. Looking for Bowen at the far side. Can't quite find him. Souček on the edge of the area. Controls it. Hits it. Plops off the Southampton defender. Regain possession of the ball. And again, they just punt it clear. This is good for us right now. We've got them penned in since the corner, since just before it. We've got them penned in every time they regain possession. There's enough bodies around them to just make them sort of punt it long. And both of them have been pretty aimless, maybe hoping to get Adam Armstrong, but both of them have been pretty aimless to the extent where West Ham has just regained possession yet again. And now they work it. Passing the ball around, looking for the spaces. This time has been a bit too slow. Southampton have got back into position. So they're now just looking for something. A poor decision by Declan Rice to try and play an incisive pass. It would have broke the lines, but Southampton have got possession of the ball now. And they've worked their way into West Ham's half. They're charging forward. Adam Armstrong down the left-hand side. Plays it in. El Hanusi can't quite find Redmond. He was looking for him. He was on the edge of the area. And it just, well, West Ham regain possession of the ball. Declan Rice charges forward with not much pace. He sort of strides forward, let's say. Let's be positive. He strides forward confidently. He doesn't wander forward without much accuracy. And again, Southampton regain position as West Ham are trying desperately to find some space here. Working it around on the right, trying to find anything. Decides to shift it out now to the left. They've decided that was a fool's errand. Rice switches it up. Our switches of play are so slow. They need to be faster. Because what ends up happening every single time is we try to switch play. We try to switch play to say Rice or Kufal, whichever side we're switching to. Sorry, not Rice or Kufal. Cresswell or Kufal. It usually ends up going through Declan Rice because he's the deep one. But that we do it so slowly, it allows Southampton to adjust to what we're doing and just shift ever so slightly to make the pressing on that player a little bit easier. I mean, Antonio's has got opportunity. Can't find the ball in the area. Cleared away. West Ham retain possession of the ball, though, just outside the area. Bowen gets tackled, and now Adam Armstrong collects the ball for Southampton. And Southampton collect the ball, and they go back, and we're back to what we were doing. I could probably show you doing this. Let's do this. Let's make sure I'm not sharing audio, otherwise we'll get copyrighted. There we go. So what happens is West Ham try to switch possession, okay? So they'll be playing it around. These people will be obviously forward, but they'll try to play it around. Rice will end up playing it out to Cresswell, or Rice, who's around here, will start playing it out to Souček, who'll be around here as we're pushing it forward, right? But that means the Southampton team can adjust across just enough because we do it so slowly, because we're playing pass to pass so slowly that they can adjust very easily. So by the time we're trying to attack this area, they're stopping us. We then decide to play it so slowly across to here that by the time we get to here, they can just stop us again. The whole point of the switch up is to avoid that, is to avoid the deep set defensive nature of Southampton's play so that we can try and find a break to get in. Now, it will just end up in a cross regardless, but it's try and do something. But instead, what happens is we play it so slowly that Southampton adjust, they collect the ball, and they just punt it away. It's not going well. Too cool saying a lot of poor passes from West Ham. Yeah, we've not been the most on it yet. We've not been the most on it. Kind of looks like everyone has just eaten Christmas dinner. Yeah, exactly. It's very slow, labored. Very much a post-international break. Everyone's sort of quite tired lineup. So start we've had so far, but I still think we're looking good. I don't think we're looking bad, JJ, by any stretch of imagination. I would agree with that. I don't think we're looking bad at all. It's just a case of we look labored, we look slow. And, you know, we've played this lineup in every single game so far, so it's fair to directly compare it to him. But also you're seeing, you know, Antonio, Rice, Soucek, these people have all been on international duty, so for now. So we'll see how it plays out. But it is a very slow start. Let's just have a look at this. What are we saying? Possession. We're gaining more and more possession, by the way. We're now at 58% possession. Still not enough. Still not. Good ball in from Southampton all the way across, and Cresswell puts it out for a corner. That was a really good ball. A very good ball. Gineppo finds the French fullback. I can't pronounce properly. He whipped it in. It's a great ball, to be fair. It's one of those ones where you just say it's begging to be touched. All it needs is a touch and it's in, sort of thing. Good work from Southampton, to be fair to them. And they've won a corner from it. James Ward-Prowse once again on the corner from the right-hand side. First time, Fornals nodded it away. First man. Same position. He's put it in a lot deeper this time, a lot more dangerous. Gineppo hits it over. Better corner from Southampton to an extent. Ward-Prowse, instead of sort of going for that low trajectory whip, gets it high up in the air. Craig Dawson's the one who ends up heading it away under pressure from one of the Southampton players who just pushes him over. It ends at the feet of Gineppo, who chests it, hits it with his weak foot. It's high and wide. And at this stage, I'm eating a croissant. Because, you know, technically my breakfast I haven't eaten, apart from the orange. So this, yeah. This is it. There's a real post-international stuff. Everyone just seems tired, don't they? Everyone just looks a little bit laboured. That's fair enough. Look, if I went all the way to wherever I played in a different country and came back and tried to play football, I'd be dead as well. So I can't really complain too much. But there is certainly a lot of leggy legs out there. You know what I mean? A lot of leggy legs. Makes sense. Could also be why Spurs did so badly earlier, because they probably had more international players than you would imagine Crystal Palace had. Although I can't wait to watch match today to see that, to be honest. It's, you know, you see. I think the energy comes from our Czechmates, and they've played a lot of football in last year. They have played a lot of football. That's a good point. They both played international football. Yeah. Stress. But good play now. Down the left-hand side, Fornals tries to put it in. Our crosses have been pretty lacking today. I can't lie. We've got out wide and we've tried to cross the ball inconsistently. I'm not sure why, but we have. And they've all just sort of been floated into positions where McCarthy can just come and collect quite easily. It's a bit disappointing to see. Southampton, once again, possession of ball. We're pressing in the way that we have been, just a unit press, not lightning, not rapid or anything, but just sort of slowly pressing them to force them into a mistake. That's a good kick, to be fair, by Alex McCarthy. Plays it out. But it's that slow press that's most effective for us. I don't want to see just single people charging for the sake of charging. You know, smart pressing, cutting out passing lanes, and a free kick in a not advantageous area for Southampton. About 30, 35 yards away from goal. Not shooting distance. I mean, James Ward-Prowse can hit him, don't get me wrong, but I don't think this is quite shooting distance for him. If you're going to give away a free kick, that's not a bad area to give it away in, to be fair. It's quite far away from goal. Southampton take it short and decide their chance at working through. Bad decision. Gineppo's been dispossessed quite easily. West Ham tried to counter. Bowen. Southampton get back so quick, and none of our players are particularly... I think maybe Ben Rama the exception. None of our players are particularly... And even then, none of our players are particularly adept at taking people on one-on-one. And so when Southampton do get back successfully, and they can defend, they do get into a position which will be useful for them. We can't really do anything, and we end up just sort of passing it around quite slowly. There's no bravery to just take it on in a big way. You know what I mean? Oh, almost done. I probably agree with Kyrgios here. The most energetic player has been Bowen. Creates a few issues when he strides. Cat's a bad foul before. Yeah, I think that's probably a fair point. I think when he receives the ball, he instantly sort of turns and runs a goal, which isn't something that the rest of them are sort of doing. And it's not really coming to a lot, but he's at least doing it, you know, which is something that can't be said about everyone. Like here again, West Ham passing it around sort of on halfway line. Dawson, I mean, this is how sort of compressed we are right now. Dawson's getting involved in passing triangles on the halfway line. Well, sorry, it's past halfway line. It's in their half even. Same thing's just happened. We tried to play the ball out wide. We tried to switch it up, and it was so monumentally slow that nothing could happen. So this is a tired game. It is a tired game today. Sloppy pass from Souček gives it away. Thankfully, Southampton's pass, perhaps even worse, behind the feet of Adam Armstrong in a very disappointing manner when they were on a very good counter-attack there. And with 44 minutes in, I'd be surprised if it wasn't 0-0 at halftime. It doesn't look like there's a goal coming within the next 4 hours of our lives, really. Still. Games like this, an extra player is needed centrally. It's like Everton last season. We can't break it down a low block. Lanzini and Souček off. Yeah, I think there's we're always bad. Antonio goes down there, nothing to be said. We are always bad against low block teams. We just always have been. It happens. I feel like a goal today in our favor would maybe make this game a lot more exciting. Not just for us in general. I think a goal for Southampton, we probably continue to do the same thing. A goal for us, Southampton maybe step out of their shell a little bit and try to take it on. But someone said it before. Someone said it like 20 minutes ago. But in the chat, whoever it was, I apologize for stealing your point. But it's difficult to tell which team are the home side today because it really is a lot of just a lot of nothing. Salisu fouls Antonio just ahead of the West, just ahead of the halfway line. Just ahead of the halfway line. In matches like this, we miss Jesse Lingard's directness. I thought some of the hype last season was unbearable, but he's good for that. Yeah, I mean, if we had especially once we regain possession from Southampton in our half. When we regain possession from Southampton and they're already deep, it's pointless. And at that stage, I think the people we have on the pitch are still as good as Jesse Lingard for what that would be. But when we would regain possession in our half after Southampton have been attacking, that's when you want Jesse Lingard. You just pass it to him and you let him go the entire length of the pitch. How many times do you do that? That was his big thing for me. Halftime whistle's gone. It is West Ham United 0, Southampton 0. In what is, I can't lie, a boring game. A boring game. I'm not disappointed that I missed the first 10 minutes. We move. We move. Still. There you go. What could be done there? Really? Not much. Not much, if we're being completely honest about it. Two sides that have mostly counseled each other out. Both sides who are happy to sit and then try and break on the counter attack, but neither of them ultimately doing it to huge effects. I think Southampton have certainly broken forward a lot faster than us. Oftentimes their outball has been just pumping it. But the times they have been able to sort of counter on the floor, you're seeing Adam Armstrong, you're seeing Redmond, you're seeing Gineppo get involved, Ella Hanusi drifting into the center. So look, this is lightning. You're seeing Ella Hanusi sort of drift in ahead of Ward-Prowse and Romeo, getting involved in this sort of gap, playing nice balls into the feet of Armstrong. Redmond tends to drift out onto the right-hand side, making it a sort of 4-5-1, like I said. They are counter-attacking faster. Southampton are counter-attacking faster, but ultimately, both teams are too slow. Both teams look tired. Both teams are more than happy to sit back and defend. And that's what you get, a poor first half from both teams. It ends up being 0-0. And it's not unfair. It's not unheard of. You're looking at it and going, yeah, makes sense. Because there's not much to it. There is not much to it right now. There you go. That's the first half. How do you feel? How are we all feeling about it? How do you anticipate what's going on? What do you think's happening? Let me pull the subs bench up. Is it maybe time for a sub? Are we looking at maybe Nikola Vlasic, for example? Are we looking at Yarmolenko, Lanzini? Someone's already mentioned. Let me know how you feel. Even Fredericks, I think, might be a shout today. Apparently, CR7 has scored. It was going to happen eventually. Is he playing directly up front? He must be, right? He must be. I can't see him playing on the wing for Man United at this stage. Many attacks broken down at Ben Rama. Dawson, good first half. Yeah, I think Dawson had a good first half. I think that's totally fair. I don't think Ben Rama's been the biggest problem for it. I think everyone's been culpable. I wouldn't lay the foot at Ben Rama, but yeah, Dawson has been good. I think that's a fair point. Alan Sullivan says hi. Good to see you, Alan. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. What's he saying? I'm just scrolling through, seeing what's happening. It's Vlasic time. Poor first half. Salisu got Antonio in his pocket. Our passing not doing it. Yeah, our passing has been sloppy today. We can't act like it hasn't. Put Vlasic for Benrahma second half. Listen, what he does in his spare time is up to him, and I would 100% back him in that instance. Listen, man's playing for Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Too passive, far too passive. I agree, Bonnie. I strongly agree. Good to see you. I strongly agree there. Just passive AF. I feel like Southampton look more dangerous. Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. It's only because when they counterattack, they do it with enough pace to where if they can find that final pass, it will be very effective for them. Whereas we just can't find that. We're so slow that the final pass doesn't exist.
The opportunity for it doesn't really exist. Oh God, not Fredericks. I'm just saying. I think having someone who's going to pick the ball up and just give us that pacey outlet is maybe a decent option. I'm not saying necessarily we should definitely bring on Fredericks. I would certainly, for example, bring on Vlasic before I bring on Fredericks. But I'm just saying there's an option there. There's an option there. Maybe bringing on Lanzini as well in some instance. I don't know. Probably, but I'm just saying as well. He's made a few errors, but he also has made a few vital clearances and a good tackle here and there. I'm not saying he's been outstanding or anything, but he's certainly been better than I think he has looked in the last couple of days. I think he's been in the last couple of games. Sorry, I think he's been better. Ronaldo scored the filthiest tap in ever. Okay, Venice would be embarrassed to score that one. Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm seeing Nani scoring the offside thing for Portugal that Ronaldo got very angry about that one time. I'm seeing that in my head, and that's how I'm going to imagine it. I'll watch a match a day later, but yeah. Bowen should stay on. He's looked like he's trying to create something. I agree. I think if Vlasic was to come on, pardon me again, if Vlasic was to come on and it wouldn't be for Antonio like I thought it would be deeper into the second half, it would probably have to be Benrahma, but I wouldn't want it to be, only because Fornals and Bowen have got the defensive work rate down. So it probably would have to be Benrahma. And Benrahma's kind of got that free role that I think Vlasic would enjoy. So it probably would have to be Benrahma, disappointingly, because I don't think he's been too bad. I'm not saying he's been good, but I don't think he's been too bad. You know what I mean? But I do think a substitution at halftime might be beneficial at this point. Might be useful at this point. Yeah, you see there, Bowen looks sharp as well. Lots of big Bowen love in the chat, which is fair. I think he's doing well. Both teams look tired and the game's riddled with mistakes. Might be a good idea to see some of the new boys on the pitch just to freshen things up. Yeah, I mean, the problem is they've all played, well, I guess apart, I don't think, did Zuma play? I think Zuma played, but I think they've all played international football. Areola wasn't called up, but Areola's not going to freshen things up in the goal. All of our outfield ones have been playing international football, so whether or not they would freshen things up or not is a different question. Crazy Camp. I can recommend an accountant. Stuart Morris Accountants, ladies and gentlemen, based in Ilford. A West Ham fan hooked us up. That's why we work with them. They are incredibly kind to me specifically, and make sure this watch along continues to happen. So thank you very much, Stuart Morris Accountants. You need personal finances, you need business finances, you need someone who can do the maths for you. My lord, Stuart Morris can do it. Stuart Morris can do it. Citrus time, second half, surely. Listen. I had an orange first half, it didn't work. Maybe it's because these are a different type of oranges than I usually get. Maybe that's what it is. Usually I don't go to Tesco, but I was in Tesco. I got the pan of chocolate, I got the orange. Maybe that's why it is. Maybe it's because it's that. But we'll see. Second half, if it doesn't come out, if it's not fit and firing in the way that it was, then maybe we'll deep it. We'll deep it. I would put Benny on the wing and Fornals out for Vlasic. Maybe. I think it's just the problem is with Fornals and not for problem, but with Fornals and Bowen is they just have the defensive work rate that Benrahma doesn't provide. Their roles in the side are very strict, and so I think it has to be Benrahma exactly where Benrahma has to be the person for Vlasic if we're subbing them right now, because it's just the case of he would have that sort of freer role to sort of roam about the pitch, try and get involved in play and do a little bit of something. That's my opinion for half time anyway. Again, I don't think we'll see any subs at half time. David Moyes is conservative in that sense. So I don't think we'll see any subs at half time. I suspect it will depressingly be much of a muchness. I hope Antonio gets some more service next half. Yeah. When he's had few and far, he's had his chances to be involved in play have been few and far between. He's been doing his usual thing, dropping off, drifting left to right, but he's not really getting great chances. And when he does, he's not doing anything with them. He's not had any spectacular service as of yet. I would agree with that, Fraser. Yeah, I would agree with that. Ionix says if Benrahma's not making it pulled off on the edge of the box, it would be 1-0. That was possibly our closest chance. Yeah, strongly agree with that. It's the kind of thing you want to do. You want them to do. It's frustrating when it doesn't pull off, and maybe that one was a bit spectacular. But at the same time, you need that little bit of something to break down a team when they are so deep. When they are so deep. Zuma did play. Mental to have the French national defender on our team, considering their strength. Yeah. I'm surprised he played. If I'm being honest, I didn't really watch any international football this break. I've been too busy, so I didn't see any of it. But it does surprise me he played. I love Zuma, but I love it. It's what it is. Don't put a new player in a team where everyone's having a bad game. CM, I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think that's a fair point. What I would say is this. We need... the team looks a bit lacking in both energy and ideas, especially in the attacking areas. Defensively, we've been all right. Defensively, we've been pretty okay. Don't get me wrong, Southampton have certainly been the better side in that sense, and they've got in and around our area more than we've got in and around theirs. But I think defensively we've been all right. What I would say is this: we need someone with a little something, and someone like Vlasic, who has somewhat of a point to prove in terms of like Premier League football, given his previous time at Everton. He's coming into a side where he's no doubt been told that he needs to take the opportunities he's given to be able to become a first team regular at West Ham. That's what David Moyes always says to people. So it might not be the end of the world to put him in, although I do usually disagree with you. I would say that, Jim. I do usually disagree with you. Never taking 4 hours off. Not a chance. That's the way I feel about him. I also think it would be the wrong thing to do in general. But yeah, that's how I feel about him. Which is a shame, but it's what it is. Great question there, actually. Excellent question. So I'm just looking, they've pulled up Southampton's positions in possession and out of possession. They are so organized. Their out of possession play is they just know what they're doing. And it's just very good, Southampton, in that sense. I don't know. It's a good question, how we're down under. I feel like it's been a while. Can't remember. But then again, I'm an idiot, so it's so good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope it's all good for you. I'm just looking at West Ham's average possessions now. Just seeing Cresswell not getting as far forward as you'd maybe want. But then again, his crosses from deep aren't the worst. Kufal getting very far forward. Jesus. Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary when you're looking at it. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Expect the second half to be kicking off relatively soon, everyone. If you're here just for half time, then hello. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. We do watch-alongs every single match day, all of them, even these European fancy ones that are coming up this week. We will be here live on the channel, non-stop, throughout the entirety of the game, from kickoff all the way through, well, from before kickoff when we start the build-up show, then it turns into the watch-along, then we do the watch-along, and then we, of course, have the full-time reviews with Gio and Gonzo live on the channel as well, which I put the link in the chat so you don't even have to go anywhere. You don't even have to click off. There's no effort. It comes in the chat, you press it, you're in the review. What a time to be alive. So thank you very much for coming. Like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we be moving. We be moving, people. We be moving. Second half will be underway shortly. We're currently seeing all the subs warming up and whatnot. Again, it's just this is football, isn't it? Saturday afternoon, sunny out. Some music you don't particularly like playing over the loudspeaker. Good times. Internationals have screwed us, in my opinion. We certainly have had. It's certainly been a lot less snappy than you want it to be, right? 61% possession, 5 shots, none on target. Yeah, none of the shots, as far as I remember, were particularly outstanding. I mean, I can find it here. If I go, where would I find it? Would it be here? Yes. I mean, you can see here, if I pull up the shot map, these are the West Ham shots here. All of them outside the area. None of them particularly outrageous, All of them just sort of having a pop. You look at Southampton's, they're at least all in the box. But yeah, West Ham's all outside the area, none looking None particularly dangerous. And as you can see, Southampton are the only people to have a shot on target so far today. And that's because they've actually been shooting from inside the area. But you can see, yeah, possession's hugely through the roof for West Ham. Passing success rate's been better for West Ham. But I think we've made significantly more passes. Yeah, look at that. We've made significantly more passes. So, you know, when we've only had one key pass out for 328, it's a thing. It's a thing. Still. Antonio's so bored he's making his own entertainment. Nice fall to the ground. Listen, he just had a little rest. Bless him. He's gone very far. You know? He played for Jamaica. It's fair enough. Steve 50, good to see you, my friend. See you at the end. Man. See you at the end, bro. Enjoy the second half. We hope. Second half could be very different. Animal, I reckon. Hopefully not Muppets, though. Listen, bit of drums. Listen, you could say what you want about Animal from the Muppets. That guy brought energy. Do you know what I mean? And we need a bit of that today. Need a bit of that energy because he brought it. No one can say now about it apart from that. Tactical switch needed. Potentially, but I doubt it happens. And even if we do change tactics, it'll be, I suspect, back to the tactics we have played previously. And the ones we played previously last season are basically like this, which is with a slightly different formation, slightly different people on the pitch. So it wouldn't be, as much as I think we should change it up tactically, potentially, it certainly wouldn't be anything particularly different. West Ham and Southampton are both back out on the field now, running warm-ups as the ref goes towards the middle of the pitch for kickoff of the second half. No loo break today. You're right. My bladder's going to hate it in the second half. Gio is somewhere. I don't know where. I didn't know. I woke up late. I didn't even know Gio wasn't doing the show today. So when I clicked on it and it was just Gonzo by himself, stress. Gonzo has, responsibilities. He's got kids and whatnot. So no loo break today. I'm going to struggle. Still. Second half is about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. If you join me just for halftime, enjoy yourselves. Come back for full time, of course, where there will be a review. I'll let you know the second we kick off, so you know sort of roughly where I am compared to where you are. Southampton have just kicked off for the second half. Southampton 0, West Ham United 0, live from St Mary's. Hopefully, a more exciting second half to come. We'll see, though. We'll see. Southampton starting strong. They've got into good positions early doors very quickly. But West Ham, again, just sitting back in the way they are. I mean, would both teams take this? Probably Southampton would West Ham. An away draw isn't the worst thing in the world. I don't know. That could maybe inform the way both teams come out. But Southampton are stepping up. Exactly. He got kids. Yeah. Exactly. Rhino sitting in a corner eating a cracker. Good times. James Ward-Prowse standing over a free kick for Southampton, basically almost hugging the left-hand touch line, about 30 yards away from goal. You're looking at a sort of awkward corner type thing, 30, 35 yards. Puts it into an okay position. West Ham, I was going to say West Ham deal with it. Pablo Fornals completely misses the kick, but regains possession after Romeo and pings it. That's a really good ball out to Said Benrahma, who's got 2 to beat, but he's in a really good position. He waits for Bowen, who comes out, try to backheel it to Antonio. A little bit of miscommunication. West Ham still have possession of the ball. Antonio hits it. Save. That might have been our first shot on target, people. That may have been our first shot on target. There was a moment there where that was an incredibly good counter-attack. Fornals with an absolute peach of a pass from basically our own half through to Benrahma, who was charging through. He doesn't quite have the pace or the positioning to be one-on-one, so the 2 Southampton defenders can get back to some sort of positioning. Bowen tries to run in, can't find the space for Benrahma, so who ends up back heeling it to Antonio. It's just a little bit awkward. Antonio recollects it, and instead of trying to find a pass back, he hits it. It could have been a non-shot target. We're not sure. We do not want for hot boys and girls today. Thank you very much. Not today. 2 points drop could cost us the end of the season. We should know that. I agree, Siam. I agree. I personally, I agree. My personal opinion is this: you go out to win every single game, no matter who it's against and when it's against. You go out to win every single game, and that's the stance we should be taking into this. But unfortunately, whether or not we take that stance IRL is a different story. It's a different story. Play gets waved on by the ref, and Southampton win a corner. Souček pulled down one of the Southampton, or just sort of collides with one of the Southampton players in the build-up there. Ref wave play on, Gineppo ends up having it. And it's one of those sort of lazy crosses into the box that's designed just to hit a West Ham defender. It does as a corner. It's a corner. I know, right? We're here for football chat, not hot girls and boys chat. Had the head, eh? Had the head. Corner for Southampton on the left-hand side. James Ward-Prowse steps up to take it. Whips it into a good position, a dangerous position. It's one that makes Fabianski make a choice. He punches it at Elyounoussi with the follow-up header straight into the hands of Fabianski, who has not thrown it with any sort of pace. And shock, Southampton have slowly worked their way back into a position they want to be in. No pace again from West Ham, sort of costing us opportunities that could exist if we just went fast with that, but no. I want us to see a bit of fast and loose play, but we're playing slow and tight. We're playing slow and tight. Sometimes when it comes to chat, most people here can't even figure out so much. Don't know what you're saying. Don't know what you're saying, Kira. Don't know what you're saying. They just cut to Che Adams on the bench there. He's shaking his boots. He's biting his fingernails at fear of Craig Dawson's laces coming for him, charging for him. We need to carry on. We need to carry on where we were left off. Just be patient. It will come. Fair. Yeah. Yes. I wish there was a little bit more invention in our play, a little bit more incisive passing. Right now, we're sort of hoping the opportunity kind of gets presented to us, and I wish we had a little bit more to us about that. I wish we were able to sort of step up a little bit and say, and sort of be counted. And right now, it's a situation where we're like just hoping it sort of gets gifted to us a little bit. But there's no need to panic just yet. Ben Rama managed to wobble his way to a shot there. Flex out. Bowen? Not quite. It's a West Ham corner. Ben Rama doing good work there. He's good. I was going to say it looked like he handballed it in the build-up, but he actually didn't. The ball, so he's charging through. It's bouncing around. One of the players tries to boot. One of the Southampton players tries to just boot it clear. Can't quite, and Ben Rama ends up getting an opportunity because the corner comes in. Header. Oh my god! It doesn't go in. It was flipping close though, and now Southampton on counter-attack. This is a great opportunity. Adam Armstrong finds Nathan Redmond in a really good position. Redmond tries to cut inside. He can't get it from out of his feet. West Ham managed to get back and block it. This is still a good opportunity for Southampton. Nathan Redmond on the left-hand side punts it as far high and over as you're ever going to see. That was so close. What happened? The cross came in. I think it was Thomas Souček who attacked it, who couldn't quite get it on target. Let's have a look at the replay. Ball comes in. Oh, he doesn't even get his touch on it. It's such a good opportunity. He jumps up, he tries to header it and just completely misses the header. He doesn't even touch it. And it rolls out, and then Southampton on the counter-attack. Adam Armstrong's pass was quite lucky. I don't think he meant to hit it as well as he did. But Nathan Redmond was trying to put it back onto his right foot, and that just allowed us to get back defensively to a good position. Wasted opportunity from Nathan Redmond in Southampton there, especially when he was lucky to get it in the first place, but an even bigger wasted opportunity for Thomas Souček. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. He looked like that was his, but not quite. Not quite. Diallo is coming on now for Southampton, who are the first people to make their sub. I now see, so someone in the live chat, I don't know who it was, I apologize for stealing your thing. said when I was trying to find a stream, when I was trying to log into Peacock and SBC or wherever it's on, said Hassan will look like he has a wedding after this. He does, doesn't he? He's got the waistcoat. He's looking very Gareth Southgate, isn't he? But with a high popped collar, it's a strong look. It's a strong look from your boy Hassan Hüttl. Can't be mad. Redmond, yeah, he was mobbed. To be fair, he was mobbed, but if he had the confidence to hit it earlier, it was probably a better opportunity. But he tries to stop and pull it into his right foot, but doesn't quite happen. Doesn't quite happen. Mark Taylor, where's my drum kit? It's currently at my mum's house. It's currently in storage at my mum's house. Once I've we're looking to redo certain parts of this house, and then that's probably when it's going to reappear. But for now, it's in storage at my mum's. 3 p.m. kickoffs have been dead. Bring back the international break. Yeah. Can you imagine Moyes in a waistcoat? Isn't Moyes, you know that GIF? This one. Moyes is like that one, the Moyes Masterclass one. Isn't he wearing a waistcoat in that? Am I wrong? I'd have to relook it and find it. Come on, lights. I'd have to relook it and find it. But is he wearing a waistcoat in that? Maybe. Doing a poor Southgate vibe. Chinos. Listen, he gave it a shot. And again, popped up collar. It's a strong vibe. He's going for it. Intimidation tactics. You know? Good play by Stevens there to find whoever it was. But Southampton lose possession of the ball and West Ham tried to counter. Fornals found Ben Rama, who was trying to play it back to someone. I don't know who, but it ends up in between a lot of people and nothing happens. Antonio. Fornals. Bowen's there. I think he maybe had a look for a second. Fornals' passing is so good. Decides to play it short instead. West Ham continue to have possession of the ball, but now just passing it around amongst the defence. Dawson to Bowen to Souček, whose pass for someone was terrible, and it goes out for a throw. And again, it's not one of those ones where it's between two people. I don't know who it was for. Either way, was trash. Unlike Souček, he's not the best passer in the world, but he usually just passes quite simply to maintain that. He's not an adventurous passer, whereas that was just all over the shop. Alvin wants West Ham to win 2-0. Listen, Alvian. I apologise. We hope so, mate. We hope so. I'm feeling Vlasic for Ben Rama. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at now as well. That's the worst touch I've ever seen from Souček. It was pretty god-awful. How many goal West Ham? So far, West Ham 0 goal. No goals. 0-0. Header from Souček. Over. Flash cross from the right-hand side. Souček in a decent enough position. He's in the box at least. Header. Over. But we're starting to get shots completed from at least their area now, which was not happening before. So there's at least some benefits to it, I guess. We're having a replay of Souček's header there. The one that wasn't. So close. What is it going to take for Moyes to make a sub before the match is practically over? More than what we've seen so far is the answer, Nick. I think more than what we've seen so far. Yeah, a little bit. One of the things I like this season, to be fair to Moyes, because obviously if you're a long-time watcher of the watch-alongs, you know I'm not the guy's biggest fan. But to be fair to Moyes, one of the things I've liked is we've at least shown a little bit more flexibility this season in terms of our starting formation's different. We're trying something a little bit different. We're putting different people in different positions, but ultimately the tactics are still quite similar. It just gives us a little bit of a different element in and around Southampton's area, which we've not really seen today at all, to be honest. But I don't disagree with you, Hammers Down Under. I'm just trying to be as fair as I possibly can. I've been accused of being a Moyes hater in the past, and that's not true. I just think he's trash. No, you understand what I mean. You understand what I mean? Do you reckon Souček is getting anywhere near the amount of goals he scored last year? Too early to tell. This formation doesn't help him. 4-2-3-1 would not help him get goals. If we were still playing the 5 at the back, then potentially, but until then, no. The cross from the deep corner, the deep free kick from West Ham just goes sort of straight into Southampton's defense, and they get it away in a big fan. How can you say you're not his biggest fan, being our best manager for the past 2 decades? I think. I'm not gonna go into it. I won't go into it. People don't like it when I go into it. People don't like it when you say something that makes sort of sense, but you know, we move. I won't go into it. Maybe another time. Hey, if we're losing, maybe then. You know what I mean? But with Ionix, I would be very happy with a cheeky 1-0 near the end. I'd take a cheeky 1-0 right now. Smash and grab. I'd love that. I'd take that all day. I'd take that all day. All day. I don't disagree, is what I would say. Okay, here's what I'll say, Aqua. Here's what I'll say. A lot of the problems I had with David Moyes in the first place still remain to this day and exist. But let's say his results have been so good that even by February, even me, who again is not his biggest fan, was saying that he's very clearly and obviously should have been offered a new contract. The fact it took so long, I think, is ridiculous. Yeah. So again, just being completely fair about the situation. Antonio tries a little 1-2. Declan Rice doesn't quite work out. West Ham very frustrated in 2 separate instances there. The referee's given a free kick to Southampton. Antonio was fuming about it. He went over and was having a big old pop. Declan Rice equally angry. He's shaking his head now. As captain, you maybe want a little bit more from him. It was a good interception originally by Declan Rice, who lays it off to, I think it was Fornals or Ben Rama, plays it to Antonio. Antonio then hits it forward, and Declan Rice was slightly blocked off, and I think that's what they're concerned about. But still, Vlasic is coming on. It looks like we are going to see Nikola Vlasic soon. He was getting instructions from your boy, Big Kev Dog Nolan, who was pointing very, very profusely at stuff. So hopefully that makes some impact. Southampton on the ball, playing it around. We've been the better of the 2 teams in the second half. That's been good to see, because I think Southampton, you'd probably say we're better in the first. There's a good ball in. Adam Armstrong headers it high and wide. I think you'd say Southampton were the better team in the first half. I think we've been comfortably better in the second. I think that's fair to say. I'm good to see. It's putting us in a positive position, and now bringing on Vlasic, maybe adding a little bit extra dimension, giving us a little bit of something. But good counter-attack from Southampton down the left-hand side. Worked quickly. The French defender, I can't pronounce, whips it in low for Adam Armstrong, who has to sort of tries to flick it in onwards, but it doesn't quite work out for him that time. It does not quite work out for him that time. Edouard scored 2 goals today for Crystal Palace after coming on as a late sub after 28 seconds. Is that true? Oof. I always thought we could go for Edouard, but apparently not. Link. Description below. Discord. Get involved. You know what I mean? Armstrong's down at the moment for Southampton. Adam Armstrong is down. Che Adams equally scared. And here comes the change for West Ham United. It's Ben Rama, as the chat is saying. Ben Rama off. Nikola Vlasic for his West Ham debut on the right sub, I think. That's not to diss Ben Rama. I think just it makes sense tactically for that change to exist. Ben Rama's certainly not at his best game. But then again, not many people have. As for Sheezy says, please hit that like button if you're enjoying it. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you wish to support us further, of course, there is a Patreon, patreon.com/chat, link in the description below. The earlier in the month you do it, the more bang for your buck you get, because you get charged when you join and at the beginning of the month. So get involved if you want to. But hey, if you're just here lurking and you don't want to like, you don't want to subscribe, none of that. If you're just here, thank you very much. If you're not involved in the live chat, you're just watching, thank you very much. If you're involved in the live chat as well, hello. Thank you very much as well. But yeah, Vlasic is on for his West Ham debut. Big signing, big numbers, big hopes, and hopefully big success. I like that Kasper Dolberg guy. I think he'd be a good fit. I've seen a few highlights look good. Yeah, I've liked Dolberg for a while, to be fair. For a couple of years. I think he's pretty good. I haven't watched him in a while, though. But when was the last time I saw him? I think I saw him a bit during the Euros. I haven't watched him properly in a while, but I do like Kasper Dolberg. That's the attitude, Jordan. Make us forget Jesse Lingard. Come out, big swings. Leon, link in the description below. Discord. That's the answer to your question. That was when I saw him most, though, was when he was at Ajax. That was when I saw him most. I really liked him then. I think he's good, man. I think he's whether he reaches his potential at this point, I'm not sure, but I do think he's good. And I'd love to see him in the Premier League just to see it happen. Yeah. We do, Rocky. We do have options off the bench. I mean, I'll bench there. Just a quick look at that. Areola, Diop, Zuma, Fredericks, Carl Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Vlasic. I clicked Noble twice, ignore that. That's a decent enough bench. You know? Getting there. A striker away from being a perfect bench almost. In fact, yeah, striker, and I think that was perfect. Vlasic, first touch, pulls it back. Antonio and Souček were both there. Oh, Antonio Bowen, I think, were both there. Neither of them quite got the touch they needed, but Vlasic, instant impact. Vlasic has a strong Eastern Bloc jawline beard. He does, and you love to see it. He's got what I have, but better. You know what I mean? Mine's like, my beard is okay, but these bits here and here, just it doesn't happen. But his is solid. I love it. Want to see Krall come on for 15? Yeah, I'd be happy with Krall for a 15. A cheeky 15 min. I'll take that. Be more than happy for that. Should have went in for Edouard. I agree. I don't think we had the money by that point, but I agree. Absolute Viking warrior. Yeah. Second half has been significantly better for West Ham. Don't get me wrong, still not been up to our best. We're not in top gear yet, but we have certainly been the better of the two sides. We've certainly done a lot more than Southampton have. This first half was Southampton, second half has been practically all us. In fact, I'm just not sure they did anything. You know? Have they had many opportunities? They've had a couple of headers that have gone high and wide, but apart from that, a couple of headers, I don't know. Who's your favourite Southampton player? If you're talking of all time, currently it's James Ward-Prowse, obviously. Currently it's James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, James Ward-Prowse currently of all time. Do you know who I really liked? What was his name? I can't remember the guy's name now. It's gone out of my head. He went to Crystal Palace after. I think he came from Crystal Palace, and then I think he went to Crystal Palace. Underrated AF. I used to love him. Attacking midfielder. What was his name? I can see him, but I can't remember his name. That guy. Love that guy. His name's just gone from my head. And that's what happens with your life. You just forget everything. What was his name? He went to Crystal Palace. This was a couple of years ago. Not Letitia. Jared Bowen on the attack for West Ham, by the way. Tried to find Antonio. He just cut out very well. And then a roulette spin of all things from Gineppo trying to get out of danger's way. You got to respect it. What was his name? It's gone. West Ham again trying to build up something. They're getting in dangerous positions here. Cresswell looking for a 1-2, potentially with Fornals. Gets it. Tried to look for that pass, but he's closed down quickly by Nathan Redmond, to be fair. Good play by Redmond. Rice, Souček, West Ham. Look how much faster West Ham are playing the ball wide this time than they were last time. Significantly better. Soufal comes in. Vlasic. Oh! Bowen. Oh, save. Great opportunity from West Ham. And again, it's just being that little bit quicker on the crossfield passing there. It was crossfield passing, only 2 passes, and bang, we're already across the field. We played the ball out to Southampton wide, who hits it in early cross. Bowen, you want to touch, just completely misses it. It ending up at the chest somehow of Nikola Vlasic, who chests it, hits it, doesn't quite work out, and then Bowen on a swing on a volley hits it and forces a good save. Corner comes in now, header from Dawson, comfortable save. It was a looping one into the hands of McCarthy, but it was a good opportunity. A very good opportunity. Good early cross from Soufal as well. If maybe Bowen gets a better touch tonight, it can't happen. And then he does getting a snapshot volley, and it forces a good save. That was a great opportunity from Bowen. Bowen, I'll tell you what, today Bowen's been pretty good. Pretty good. Fair play. Knocking on the door. Exactly, Andrew. Knocking on the door. Gio lies about a lot of things. Crystal Palace, Southampton player. What position? Attacking midfielder. Sort of central attacking midfielder. I don't know if he went from Crystal. I know he played for Crystal Palace earlier in his career. Ends up coming to Southampton. I think he might have got promoted to Southampton with them when they came up with us. Ended up rejoining Crystal Palace on a free transfer, I think. A cam. Don't remember. West Ham on the attack again. West Ham have been a lot better in the second half. And again, Fornals putting in a good cross there. No one there to attack it, but in a good area. Vlasic battles for it, wins it, does well. Plays it out wide to Kufal, who strikes it, but a free kick has been given. Tell you what, Vlasic is looking lively. Yes, Clips has done it. Thank you, Jason Punchin. Yes, that's the guy. Flipping heck. I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. Jason Punchin. I used to love Jason Punchin. I'll tell you what. Jason Punchin was a boy. Yes, thank you, Clips. That's exactly who I was trying to think of. I couldn't remember his name. I thought he was so good. And then I remember when he went to Crystal Palace, I think it was on a free transfer. And I was doing like an opposition preview of Palace. I was doing an opposition preview of Palace with the 5-year plan, the Palace podcast. Great podcast, by the way. Go listen to it. And Jim Daly, who was on it. And he was talking about who my favorite Palace players were, and I was talking about Jason Punchin, and he was like, you know what? No one ever gives Punchin the respect he deserves. I was like, you're right. I like Jason Punchin a lot. I've always liked Jason Punchin. What a boy. But yeah, Punchin. That's my all-time. It's a weird one. I appreciate it, but it is the boy. Thank you, Clips. That was the one. Flipping heck. He just left my mind. Oh, something's happened there. I don't know what. There's a yellow card out. Antonio was almost vertical. 2 yellow cards, one for each, one for Antonio and the Southampton player involved, I think. I don't know what happened. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Ball gets played forward to Mikel Antonio, who's pushed by Stevens. Stevens then grips him in an almighty way. Antonio just decides he's on the floor. Clips is here. That's some Mark Henry Hall of Pain shit right there. Like, so Stevens was holding him back, and they just start gripsing each other to an absurd degree. And then as Antonio, who's fuming that Stevens has held him for as long as he has, which, to be honest with you, was insane defending by Stevens, who's clearly told Antonio to get got. As Antonio gets up, he's so angry, he just grabs him and lobs him to the floor. Introduction to the Hall of Pain from Mikel Antonio there. Welcome. Antonio says, sit down. Sit down. Give that back to him. But it was more than give it back to him. He slammed him some. Of all the Southampton players, Punchin was good, bruv. Listen, my favourite West Ham player is Carl Cole. You know what I mean? We can respect the boys. Well, he's nice, Joe Cole, but you can respect the boys. You know? It's like Fornals. People just giving disrespect to Fornals, yet Fornals is a boy. It's the same principle. Jason Punchin. Man, that was Antonio just not messing. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Come on, West Ham, exactly, Evan. Yes. That's the vibes we're aiming for. Should have tombstoned him. Yeah. Give him old school, grab the arm, twist it round, walk along the advertising hoardings, come down on him. You know what I mean? Poor Puncheon, but give Puncheon the respect he deserves. He was good. He's a favourite. He didn't say you, I think, was the best. Yellow card now coming out for Declan Rice for a foul. The game's getting tastier as it goes on, to be fair. Foul from Declan Rice on one of the Southampton players. Don't know which one. Wasn't a great tackle by Rice, but I think it was more just a professional foul, as it seems. Zuma will play, I believe, last, but in Europe. That's my bet. That's my bet as he plays midweek in Europe. Adam Armstrong now coming off for Southampton. I suspect for Che Adams would be my bet. Oh, it's not for Che Adams. It's for Brozier, the 20-year-old. Brozier looks like a guy I went to secondary school with. Shout out. Shout out to that guy. Can't remember his name, but they look very similar. Don't compare him to G. He was good. He was good. Fornals does seem like a good guy. I like him. Good lad. Good lad. Thank you. Because you're a fellow Fornals fan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. He played more for Southampton than he did for Crystal Palace in his second run. His second run at Crystal Palace was like farewell tour, reunion tour type thing, you know? ABBA out here, electronic people and that, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like his second. It's not like his second time round was anywhere near as good as his first. But yeah, he was better at Crystal Palace. He was better at Southampton. I think he came up with him. That was my bet. Good lad. Good lad. Gineppo out on the left hand side, trying to cut his side. The game's certainly getting to the game has livened up in this second half. The last 10 minutes specifically has gotten a lot more lively. And another rash challenge coming in on Bowen that time. Rash. It's a free kick to West Ham, just outside West Ham's area. Oh, Gineppo thought about going down there, didn't he? He thought about it. He considered it. Gineppo was inside the area there. He tried to skip past Souček, whose foot came in, but Souček pulls his foot out at the last possible second. Gineppo looks like he thinks about going down, but he tries to save himself, but he'd already sort of fallen over. Namia, good to see you. I'm from Australia. How are you looking, bro? Better in this second half. First half, it was very slow. Very slow. And Southampton were probably the better of the two teams. But second half, I think we've been much better. I'm not going to say we're anywhere near top gear. I'm not going to say we're anywhere near where West Ham can and have been this season. But certainly the better of the two sides. If someone's going to score in this second half, it feels like West Ham right now. It feels like West Ham right now. Puncheon reminds me of Glenn Murray, average most days but capable. Often gets flaky West Ham yesterday. Listen. Good opportunity from West Ham, played in, headed away. It's a corner. Listen. All right, Glenn Murray, equally a good boy. I love Glenn Murray. If Glenn Murray hadn't retired, I'd still take him at West Ham to this day. I like Glenn Murray. Glenn Murray, also another Crystal Palace boy, of course. But I like Glenn Murray. I will not stand for Glenn Murray dislike in this chat. Kabay came in the same time, I think. That makes sense. That sounds about right, Aqua. That sounds about right, actually. Good shout. That sounds like a very good point. I think that was about the time. I think so. That sounds about right. Corner for West Ham, played in by Jared Bowen. Dawson's in there. Collected by McCarthy. Collected by McCarthy. It's a good corner in, to be fair. Dawson getting up for it. We've been aiming for Dawson more and more with these corners as opposed to Souček, but a little bit too close to McCarthy. Jumps up and collects it. Alvian, I'm on 76 minutes and 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Bowen has been superb. A lot of Bowen love in the chat. You can respect it. He's been very good. I do love a bit of Glenjamin Murray. A good lad. He's a good lad. That season in the Championship before they got promoted in 2000 and when he's playing for Palace in 2000. Bowen with a good opportunity here, just on the edge of the area, trying to charge his way in. Can't quite find it. Plays it back instead to Soufal, whose cross is not good. The way too high and way too far. Nothing to be done with that. And Crystal Palace get the ball away. Oh, Yada, Crystal. Fair play to Southampton, who does well there. That guy who's just come on, who looks like my mate from secondary school. He does really well to get around Ogbonna there. And Ella Hanusi and Kufal collide, a little bit of respect for each other, and the ball gets played away to West Ham. I do love Benjamin Rowe. That season they got promoted with Palace when he was the 3rd top goal scorer in Europe. What lad. Soggy says I suck, but then also asks, how do I watch it? Guess what, Soggy? I'm not telling you now. You said I suck. I don't care. You said I'm not telling you now. I would have told you. I would have been happy to divulge the information to you, Soggy, but you told me I suck. You told me I suck. Yeah, there's a lot of love for Bowen in the chat right now. You've got to respect it. He's a good lad. He's doing well today. I've had a lot of criticism of Bowen as well of late, but he's pulling it up today. He's pulling up the trees. He's probably the best player. 79th minute now. West Ham again, still looking like the team most likely to score. That was probably the best opportunities Southampton had in the second half. They're slowly... That counter-attack is still dangerous, but we look a lot better. Vlasic is making movements in the area, looking to make something work. Played in, cross, trying to look for Antonio at the back post. McCarthy collects. Well, I'll tell you what, McCarthy's had a good command of his box today. It's that sort of thing you want to say about goalkeepers. He's had a good command of his box today. He's come and collected a lot of crosses, a lot of corners, he's done his thing. You got to respect him. Southampton now just playing the ball around the back, looking for something, anything. Not quite happening. Gineppo charging forward. He's got eyes for goal, nothing else. He charges forward. He does really well there, to be fair to him. He tried to pull it back and it didn't quite happen for him. Gineppo, there was an overlap opportunity from the fullback there. But Gineppo being Gineppo wasn't even thinking about that. He was just charging towards the area. It doesn't quite happen. We're seeing the replay now of the Brozier, sorry. He looked big and tall, but he's significantly faster than I thought he'd be. I mean, he's up against Ogbonna, who's not the quickest centre back, to be fair. And then he tries to play it back to Illa Hanusi, who him and Kufal sort of stumble over each other, and Fabianski collects. But it was decent. I'd love to see Fornell's stats in depth for this game. I don't remember seeing him losing the ball. He's just very good, isn't he? I've often thought, if you watch our channel a lot, you would... Brosh does well again there, to be fair. He's looked good since coming on. He's charging it. He's got Ogbonna. Oh, he's hit the post. Fair play to Brozier. I tell you what, he's done absolute bits. He has done absolute bits today since he's coming on. He's looked dangerous. He was charging. Ogbonna doesn't know how to deal with him at all. Every time he gets one-on-one with Ogbonna, he just has him. And that time, Ogbonna was trying to turn left and right, trying to show him onto his weaker foot. But Brozier from range hits it, and it leaves Fabianski for dead, hits the post. Close. He's been an impactful substitution. Charlie sucking orange. Facts. Maybe it's time for... All right. We're going back. The people want it. I would say this, right? If you've watched the channel a lot, then you'll know that we do a series called Insights. It's very rare because it's the one we put... It takes the most amount of effort and it gets the least amount of views. But me and Gio do love doing it. We love Gio does all the research. Me and Gio write the script together. He does the voiceover and then edit the video, right? It's about stats, about other stuff, about deeper topics. But I've always thought it'd be cool to do one on Fornals just to show his impact. But I don't know if you can measure it statistically. You probably could in a lot of ways, but it's something we should look into, I think. Livramento in. Diallo over. Oh. Southampton have fully woken up in the last 5 minutes. Last 5 to 10 minutes since your boy Brozier's come on. Brozier, they've livened up. They have livened up somewhat. And so this is necessary. To answer the question, by the way, about Dawson before I do this. Mr. Pete Hammer. Charlie on this display, do you think Dawson deserves his place? Yes, I think Dawson has been good. I don't think we'll know who Moyes' first choice pairing is until the weeks we don't have Europe. Because when we're playing 2 games in a week, we were going to see a lot of flipping and flopping and changing. But he's done well today. He's done well. Here we go. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to be more sensible. The shove didn't work earlier. As Andrei Yarmolenko comes on for Jared Bowen. Interesting sub. Again, we're going to have to rest people because we do have Europe win week. I suspect that's probably one of them. But an interesting sub there. Going to eat this slightly more sensibly than usual. Ball in, header, can't work out. West Ham recollect the ball just outside the area. Hit from range from Yarmolenko. Sight finder from Andre. I'm going to eat this more sensibly. Just do a couple of cheeky segs at a time. You know? Not often enough, Kyrikos, I would say that. Not often enough. And the thing is, we've had players for a long time who could make that impact, but of late, we've sold more. So, yeah, it's what it is. What am I meant to do? Might as well not say it. Might as well just point now. You know what I mean? It's good. Sight finder for you, boy. Orange number 2 down, people. We're oranged up. This is when it's happening. Antonio is looking in pain, which is the one player you don't want to see looking in pain. The one player we do not have a backup for. And Mikel Antonio is walking around like I do. And that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Luckily, it's not his hamstring. Listen, if he's holding anything, I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Southampton 0. West Ham United 0. West Ham, for the entire second half, were looking like the best until about the last 10 minutes where Southampton all of a sudden have decided they were actually a lightning, really good team. And they've stepped up in a big way. Before, I would have said it would have been West Ham's game to take. At this point, I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. Nathan Redmond does well to skip past Pablo Fornals there. Plays it forward to Brozier. Does really well. Played in, hit. El-Hanoussi hits it. It's the corner. Flipping heck. Redmond does well. Plays it into the feet of, I think it was Brozier. It might not be Brozier, actually. But the ball's played in. El-Hanoussi plays it. Don't get me wrong, it's a difficult one to take, but you've seen it happen. Flipping heck. We're so lucky so far. We're hanging on. We're hanging on at this point. Ward-Prowse standing over the corner, right-hand side for for Southampton. I keep doing that now. We've been talking about him. Played in. Not a particularly great corner. Gineppo sort of just heads it back towards box aimlessly. Fabianski collects and plays it quickly. Good. Quick. He was looking for Fornals. He was on the breakaway there. Couldn't quite find him. Antonio can't quite get connection with the ball. Can't quite control it. Diallo. Out to Redmond. The game's getting a lot more exciting now. A lot more end-to-end towards the end of this. This game's been dead for a long time, and yet now we're getting something. Played in from Southampton, headed away from West Ham. Dawson is waving his hands in the air a lot here because Ogbona's down. The home fans are unhappy about this. The referee has pulled it up to check on him, but the home fans are not happy at all. What I would say to the home fans is chill. Chill. We were also very likely to score in this game, so I wouldn't. You're not. Unreal. Yeah, there's a clash of heads between Brozier and Angelo Ogbonna. Ogbonna stays down, holding his head. Referee says he's had to put it back for the head. For the head injury. Should maybe be a bit. FFJ Devil J2. I see you. Enjoy your life, but maybe chill. Master of the Dark Arts, maybe. There is defo a collision of heads, but maybe. We're seeing the replay of the Brozier chance that ended up hitting the post. He's had Ogbonna on toast, hasn't he, since he's come on? That's really well done. Really well done. He's unlucky that doesn't go in. That would have been a flipping great goal. Would have been an absolute corker. Doesn't quite happen though. No chill, just score. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Full respect. I agree, Nick. When the game's so open like this and there's tired legs, just get some damn fresh legs on. Get him in. Lanzini's maybe the only person on the bench there, or Fredericks who could make some sort of impact. Bruv, webcams chat hot girls and boys. Not now. We're here for football. Not now. It's going to be a drop ball here after the referee had to stop play for the head injury for Angelo Ogbonna. We're now in the 90th minute. I suspect there will be obviously significant stoppage time added after that. But we're now in the 90th minute. Do you cash out 400 quid? Of course you cash out on 400 quid. You're mad if you don't, Fire MC. Take this from someone who does not bet, and that's me, okay? Do it. Ryan O'Brien, why aren't we winning? I assume you mean that from a West Ham perspective, Ryan O'Brien. And that is because Ryan O'Brien, we haven't scored a goal. First half, Southampton were better, but it was a very dead half. Second half, been mostly West Ham until the last 15, 20 minutes where Southampton have kicked off. Nathan Redmond is acting like a petulant child now. The drop ball came to him. He then had the opportunity. It's been given to him. He then had the opportunity to do something. West Ham sort of went to try and battle with him, and he just sort of let it go and then moaned. Bruv, why are you moaning? You have the ball. Get over yourself. Is West Ham going to win? At this point, I would say Southampton are more likely to score. However, West Ham have the capability to it. I suspect it will end 0-0. That's my bet. Time for the Vlasic last-minute goal. Was it you said it earlier, Jordan? Someone said it at the beginning of the game before it kicked off. Vlasic last-minute goal. Yeah. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We're already 1 minute into it. We're in the 92nd minute at this point. Corner for Southampton. James Ward-Prowse standing over it. His corners haven't been great today. That's better. And the header comes in. Oh, it's cleared off the line by Declan Rice. Holy moly. Oh, my giddy aunt. Flipping heck. And then it's thrown out very quickly. West Ham on the counter-attack here. Andrei Yarmolenko plays it across. He finds Souček. Vlasic is there. Goes down. Free kick right outside of Southampton's area. And a yellow card, I think, for Livramento. My God, how did that not go in? So the corner came in. That was the best corner James Ward-Prowse has taken all week, all game. It's been awful apart from that. Well, poor. But he plays it in. He plays it into a good position. I can't remember who the header comes in from. And it's going in, and Declan Rice on the line has to hook it away. They're showing the replay now. It was Brozier, of course it was. And Declan Rice literally on the line hooks it away. My giddy aunt. And now a free kick right outside of the area, right outside of Southampton's area for a foul on Nikola Vlasic. Don't know who's going to take it. Rice is standing over it. Cresswell's standing over it. Cresswell lays it off to Rice, who hits it. Blocked. Pointless. Why do we do these things to ourselves? It's stupid. Just kick it at the goal. It's not that difficult. We don't really have great free kick takers on the pitch, to be fair. Antonio trying to header it forward. It's bouncing around. Lots of headers up in the air right now. Free kick against Kufal on Nathan Redmond is a free kick to Southampton inside their own half. Hero to 0. I wouldn't go that far, but at the same time, fam. The commentator there just said Declan Rice isn't known for his shooting prowess. And I think, look, I bring this up a lot, but Declan Rice needs to stop shooting. I mean this in the nicest possible way to the guy, but he needs to stop shooting. It's not happening, bruv. It's not happening. Try it so often and it just never happens. Still, an attack right towards the end. Antonio battling for it, wins it. Definitely gives away yet another free kick. Oh, this game's ending. This game's ending 0-0. Yeah, Antonio gets a yellow. And it's a second yellow. He's been sent off. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, to Mikel Antonio on a red card. With maybe the stupidest foul you'll see in a while. Unnecessary. Completely pointless. Wasn't going to get close. Wasn't going to get close to anything. He's battling with Salisu, who's done really well against him today, to be fair. Battles, and then just for some reason goes in for a stupid slide tackle on Gineppo from about a mile away. Was never going to get even close to touching the ball. He barely touches Gineppo, but there's no choice but to give a red for it, a yellow for it. And so now he's got a second yellow. It's a red. Thank you very much, Mikel Antonio. It's been good to see you. Hope you enjoy your time off. Looks like you need it. You seem injured. Last opportunity of the game here will fall to Southampton. Free kick from inside their own half. They've got a opportunity. Now's the time I'll ask, who was your man of the match today? Who will be the live chat's man of the match? Put your guesses in the, not your guesses, put your ideas in the chat. I'd be interested to see what you say. I can't decide. Mikel Antonio, what are you doing, you donut? Absolute donut. I'm sticking with donut. I knew it spelled trouble. Yeah, I know it wasn't. There you go. Full-time whistle has gone, and it has ended. It has ended West Ham United 0, Southampton 0. In a very, not the most exciting game you've ever seen in your life. I will say that. The review with Gonzo will be live in just a minute. I will spam the link in the chat the second we have it. But let's go through these man of matches. We have Salisu, Bowen, West Ham man of the match for me. None of them deserve it. Salisu, that's fair. Partly Moyes' fault. Antonio should have been subbed. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, why the hell is Antonio doing it? I don't know. I think, to be fair, I think from a West Ham perspective, you're looking at either Bowen or probably Dawson. Probably Bowen's the guy you'd give it to. But in fact, Jared Bowen, fair play. We'll give him the man of the match from Southampton perspective. Salisu was very good one. Was very good. A one-match ban for Antonio, does that count in Europe? Is a question I would ask because I don't know. I don't know if that will count, if he will also be banned from European competitions or if it's just Premier League competitions. If so, play him in Europe then, I guess, and not play him next weekend. I don't know. We'll see. But it is what it is. 0-0. Stress. A game that could have been there for the taking, I feel like you have to say. A game that could have been there for the taking, except in reality, a case of just not going for it as maybe much as we could have. First half was definitely all Southampton. Definitely Southampton's game to lose that first half. Wasn't the one for us. Second half, for most of it, it was all ours. We were playing really well, and then as it came on, as it went further, Brozier came on. That was when Southampton started to do a little something, and it became a lot more their game to lose. I think by that second half, or a lot more their game to win, I guess you'd say. But yeah, Southampton 0, West Ham 0. West Ham man of the match from the live chat was Bowen. Was Jared Bowen. So congratulations, Jared. The only guy who I think had a good game all game, you'd have to imagine, till he came off. It's only EPL ban. Okay, well, then I guess he's playing midweek. I guess he's playing midweek, and then we'll miss whatever game is next weekend. I don't remember. I'm not really looking at the tape. I'm just taking them one game at a time as they come right now. So whatever game is after the European game. But an ugly game. As Si says there, yeah, ugly game. Ugly game. Towards the end, it got bitty as well. Under it towards the end there. Southampton didn't deserve more than a point. Very negative most of the match. That's just how they play in general. I think, you know, I don't think we were particularly positive either for most of it. I think it was just two teams who don't like attacking too much. You know? Here's what it is. Just, I don't know. Gonzo will be live with his review in just a minute. The second I see it, which I do now, I'll be able to paste the link in. Hey, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I am live every game. I'll be live midweek for Europe. Zach Reb, let's go. We'll be live for that. Of course, like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. That is the link to the review live with Gonzo in just a moment. Go check it out. See it. Enjoy it. Love it. Embrace it. Vibe it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Remember, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Patreon.com/HamishChat. And until the Zagreb game, big plays, we will see you next time. See ya.